It's really kind of exciting as they're going to both of the schools have been raising a lot of canned food, a huge canned food drive. It's been a great thing over the past several years. And right now they're all coming to the middle of the field to discuss that. We're going to see who wins this contest. But, of course, the big contest everybody's going to be talking about is this ball game as the Troup High School Tigers come in at 6-0, and also the LaGrange High School Grangers come in at 0-6. So two different directions that these teams are going in this year. But you can always throw out the records. It's not really something to joke about. You throw out the records in a ball game like this because both of these teams will be rising up and trying to give their very best effort to make something special happen. Trying to listen out to see who got all the cans. Was it over 28,000 cans or something like that they said?
I thought I heard 21,000.
Okay.
So Troup High 21,000, LaGrange High 8,000.
13. Okay, all together.
Okay. Yeah.
So Troup, I think this is maybe the second year in a row that the Tigers have raised more. We're going to talk about football in a little bit, folks, but this is a big deal because no matter what happens, this is going to benefit our community and for the kids at the schools. Even, of course, I'm at the elementary school, and I have them. Our kids are a big part of that. We raised a lot of the canned foods that were given for the LaGrange side. It's just a neat opportunity for everybody to get a chance to participate in what's going on. But it is a huge night tonight. The crowds are coming in over on the Troup side. They're filing in. The band up there ready to go and make a lot of noise on this side. The Blue Crew is making their presence known. A lot of the LaGrange fans started to make their way. I believe it may be a sold-out game for the LaGrange High School Grangers. I think that they sent some emails out to some of the students, so it'll be a big night for our entire community, and it's going to be a lot of fun as we have these two teams come out and take on each other. Greg, have you been able to catch your breath making your way down there? We're up on the roof tonight. Our partners over on the Granger side, Cal Hires and also Michael Buchanan, along with Tommy Whitworth, they'll be broadcasting on the Bull tonight, and they're over in our usual booth, and we're up on the top of the press box. And I just want to extend my great appreciation to Coleman Vice and Christian and all the team that were able to put us up here and bring all of our technology up here, because it is a beautiful venue to watch. I'm going to post a few pictures on Facebook in a little while, but it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight as we have the Troup High School Tigers and the LaGrange High School Grangers. Doesn't get much better than that on a Friday night in Georgia. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll start talking football, get you ready for this game right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Chips and salsa, refrigerator and freezer, the internet and cat videos. At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together, home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent, which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Myrna Painting and Coatings Incorporated is currently looking for painters and painters helpers. You must have 5 years experience, pass a drug test, have a valid driver's license, complete a background check, and provide driving records. Starting pay from $12 to $15 per hour. For more information, call Myrna Painting and Coatings Incorporated at 706-883-8903. Myrna Painting is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're live from Callaway Stadium on a gorgeous night. The humidity is starting to go away a little bit. The sun has already gone down behind the trees on the far side, and we're ready for a beautiful night here at Callaway Stadium and a lot of great football. Right now they're announcing some of the seniors here from LaGrange High School. Coach Burks is greeting them as they're coming down the line. It is a big night. I think it's a senior night for LaGrange High School Grangers, but it's going to be a night where we'll have two teams, as we mentioned earlier, going in different directions coming out on the field. The Tigers with one of the best starts in the history of the program. If they win tonight, it will actually be they'll be tied with the best start, I think, back in 1973. With a 7-0 start was the best start that we've ever had as a Troup High School team. And the Tigers are going to try to match that tonight, and then, of course, going forward, maybe even to go farther than that. LaGrange High School, one of the most storied programs in the entire state of Georgia, has fallen on hard times, and it's been a difficult couple of years for them. Haven't won a game in 2 years, really. So they're going to hope to make a difference tonight from their side. But, Greg, have you got your ears on? Can I hear you? You out there? Cut Greg up, see if his mic's on. We don't have him yet. We'll keep working on it. But you can hear me. He's waving at me that he can hear. We just can't hear him. Okay, so we'll check on that. Make sure his mic is on. That was our big thanks to Kevin Eckelberry, who does such a great job with LaGrange Daily News. One of the things he published in the kind of a pregame for this game tonight is looking at the series between these two teams. And of course they played their first game together back in 1968. So that's about 49 years ago. But they haven't played every year since then. In fact, the rivalry went 68, 69, skipped a couple of years, 72, 73, and then they didn't play each other through the entire 1980s. So it went from 73 until 92, and that's when the rivalry renewed. And, of course, they've played every year since then. The Grangers have had the advantage over the Troup High School Tigers in that period of time. They played 29 times. The Grangers have won 20 of those. The Troup High School Tigers have won 9. But in the past several years, it's been the Tigers that have kind of come in on strong. They've won 3 of the last 4 times that they faced each other. And it'll be a big hurdle to overcome for the Grangers tonight if they're able to take on the Troup High School Tigers. Check it again with Greg, see if his mic's working. And not yet. So we'll continue to try to figure out what's going on. Do we have a signal on him? Can we at least see that if he's got a signal coming through? Not really? Okay. Because I definitely want to get Greg involved, because I know we've been talking all week and got lots to say as we get ready for this ball game. Let's take another break. We're going to try to get these technical issues mapped out. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See? Mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is
The mic's on. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. The mic is on. Yeah, it's on. Unless the battery's weak. I'm good. It's on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Hello, 1, 1, 1, 1. I told y'all to edit Coach Jeter out of that thing. What? All the way to the other side. All right. That'll work. They're going to really appreciate me calling this game on LaGrange's sideline. All right. Well, I know, But I'll just come up top if I got to do that, because Hello? Yeah, I loosened it if that's what you're asking. How's that? Yeah, I can hear echoing in my ear now. You want me to do that? You want to try that? I am. So I'm going to walk back across there. Why would the cover have anything to do with it? Hello, testing. Now, see, you lost me. See? Okay.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch.
Testing. Hey. Can you hear me? I am talking right away. What you got? Hello. 17 minutes and 32 seconds to ready to go. Can y'all hear me?
Because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We think we got some of the things fixed. So, Greg, can you hear us now?
Yeah, betcha.
There he is. Greg Hicks has joined us now, and he's down on the field. Let's do the big network thing. Let's talk field conditions down there, Greg, on the sideline.
You know, it's funny. I was out here on the field between the 45 and 50, and looks like it's wavy, and there's a row of rubber here and a row of rubber here and a row of rubber here. It's almost like that. All this rain we had a couple of weeks ago with this Irma coming through, it seemed like it created a little bit of a wave over on this side of the hash marks.
Well, we'll try not to run things to the right side where we're going towards the scoreboard then, so we don't get tripped up as we go. So, Greg, you and I have had a great opportunity to watch some teams over of course, the Troup High School Tigers predominantly. We've watched some Callaway, we've done some LaGrange. But this year, this Troup team is something special. 6-0 right now. If you think back 2 years ago, as Coach Glissa came in under some unusual circumstances, only going 1-9 that season, and really a disappointment. But then the next year to turn it around and go 8-2 on the season. And then to this year, right now, undefeated in this one. People across the state talking about this program. Montez Crow leading the quarterback position across the state, even outdistancing Trevor Lawrence, who had such a big game against the Grangers last week. It's just amazing what's going on with this Troup High School team.
Well, it's one of that RPO, that run pass option, and the guy's he's able to come up and when he gets to the line of scrimmage, he's able to check off. If he sees some defensive, even if it's a disguised defensive coverage, one of the things when you've got 4 to 5 wideouts plus an H-back or a tailback that's able to go out, you've got basically, if you run an empty set, you've got 5 to 6 guys you can throw to. Really, you only have 5 guys because you got yourself, but then the 5 interior linemen. But, that's really all you need. And it's almost like they've got an answer for anything that's coming at them. And Montez has grown so much over the past year. I had a question asked me today, well, what's different with Montez this year than last year? He ended the season there in our playoff game with a couple of interceptions, a couple of tough mistakes he made throwing the football. But you know what? He's come back this year. He's had 4 or 5 interceptions, but he has protected the ball well. He's dished it off when he had to. He's thrown it away when he had to. The interceptions that he's thrown has not been what I would call mistakes or bad decisions like we had last year. So that's part of his maturity process.
Well, I think also, Greg, we've got something in Tyree Carlisle in the backfield that gives us that run option that we didn't necessarily have as strongly as last year. Also, think about the receivers we got. We got one of the leading receivers in the entire state of Georgia in Jamari Thrash. We've got a young man that everybody in the state's talking about in Kobe Hudson that's catching touchdown after touchdown. You've got Smith. You've got Dixon. You've got Bridwell coming from the tight end position. Carlisle out of the backfield. So many options that Montez has to spread the ball around. In fact, that's one of the interesting things as I looked at some of the stats from the state. We don't have guys all over that as being high up in catches because we're distributing the ball to so many different people on the field.
That's a good point you make. I think Jamari Thrash leads the reception with like 600-something yards, and then somewhere around 500-something yards, you've got Kobe coming in second. And we all know how active Mark Anthony Dixon can be. And then, of course, Jarrell Smith comes in. He'll catch one when you're not expecting him to. And you're right. No one person has really accumulated over 1,000 yards. And it's nice to know that you can distribute that ball all the way across 5 different receivers, plus Carlisle coming out of the backfield.
Well, and the Grangers, they've got a number of guys that we'll be watching out for tonight. They've struggled at the quarterback position. They've run over 3 or 4 guys last week. Charles Crawford, who's gone at running back and also as a wide receiver, he was at the quarterback position. We'll probably see him coming back. Another guy they've played at quarterback is Jordan Ogletree. He had 3 catches last week, over 27 yards, a 19-yard reception included in that. So they'll be trying to pass the ball down the field. But one of the things that LaGrange has lacked, as I've watched them a little bit and had a chance to talk with Coach Burks, is the type of line that we have on our side. The line for the Troup High School Tigers has been remarkable this year. The protection they've given Montez to do those special things, to roll out, to have a straight drop back, and to run the ball as needed has been very impressive.
Last week, Sandy Creek, or 2 weeks ago, I was telling, I think Michael from the LaGrange broadcast that, that's the first time that he's been pressured. I mean, they've really sacked him once, maybe twice 2 weeks ago. But the offensive line has done a tremendous job at protecting Montez. And, of course, Kelby Holt, the offensive coordinator for the Tigers, says, you got 2 seconds. You better get rid of that ball within 2 seconds. Otherwise, you got to do something else with it.
Well, also, let's talk about Coach Holt because against Sandy Creek, we saw some plays that we'd not seen the entire year. So his creativity to work with this offense has been really impressive.
Well, that's one of the things that he's able to do is come in and evaluate each of our opponents and their defensive schemes and what looks like what they're planning on running and see what their tendencies are. And even if they throw something at you, a wrinkle that you didn't see, he always has that safety valve, that checkoff system that he's got to be able to do to create some positive yardage. So it's kind of a creative in his method that he goes to set up the offensive scheme for that particular game.
Let's go and take a break as they're getting ready for the invocation, and we'll have the presentation of colors in the national anthem. But right now you're listening to the Troup High School side of the broadcast of the Troup High School Tigers and the LaGrange High School Grangers right here on Eagle Sports.
McLean Food Service is looking for you with immediate Class A route delivery driver positions available for their LaGrange Distribution Center with average earnings annually of $76,000 to $82,000. An A-Class CDL and 9 months of verifiable work experience are required. Visit joinmclean.com/LaGrange to apply. All positions with McLean requires a drug screening and background check. McLean Food Service is an equal opportunity employer.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back, and right now the band is for the LaGrange High School Rangers about to play our national anthem. So we'll let you listen to a moment of that as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem by the LaGrange High School Granger Band.
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Announcer Al Bell leading the crowd in the place of the flag, and now here's the Granger Band. Here's our national anthem provided to us by the Granger Band under the direction of Dr. Jarrett Farrell. We'll try to catch up with Dr. Farrell at halftime. If he can climb the ladder, well, I'll have to give him a hard time about that. Of course, we usually get a chance to talk with Johnny Hurd, the director of the Pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. Greg, a lot of the buzz of the community wasn't so much about the game tonight as about these two bands and kind of a battle of the two. We've got the two programs definitely on the up, two band directors that enjoy each other. They work collaboratively with each other. It'll be fun to hear both of these bands at halftime.
Well, I can get some. I'm going across the field, so I'm directly in front of the sound of the LaGrange band. Turn around, and there's the Troup band, kind of getting it cranked up now. And of course, I count 4 tubas for Troup and 6 tubas for LaGrange. So, hey, they've kind of
on the Greg Hicks scale of tubas.
Maybe they went and bought new tubas for this game.
Folks, you won't believe this, but we had a meeting at the school board offices the other day. Greg and I both happened to be attending that, and the superintendent of schools actually commented on the Greg Hicks band scale and wanted to know the complexities of it, and it just tickled me to death that you never know who's listening as we do these ball games.
Yeah, well, we have algorithms for solving those type of problems.
Well, yeah, basically count the tubas. That's
hey,
your algorithm.
I'm so glad Coleman's running across here because I'm tired of this echoing in my ear.
Oh, he's there to hook you up, man. It's good to see him run, period, I think, is a great thing. While Coleman and Greg are working on some of the stuff over there on the sidelines, let's talk about Montez Crow. We mentioned him just a little bit ago. Montez, he and the Tigers are averaging 47 points per game. Again, we mentioned that they've got this the great job that Montez has done, but he's done it with these incredible receivers. Jamari Thrash, he's got 26 catches on the season, over 250 yards, 7 touchdowns. Kobe Hudson, he's got 9 touchdowns on the season, and he missed 2 or 3 games as well. So just amazing job. Kenley Bridwell, he's got 2 touchdowns on the season. Jarrell Smith, he's got 2 touchdowns. Mark Anthony Dixon, he's caught 14, 390 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns on the season. Just a tremendous job. We mentioned that line. Let me give you their names again. Hunter Bass, Colby Harry, Jay Brody Messer, also Seth Adams, Gabe Hubbard, Michael Irvin. Just so proud of the job those guys are doing up front each and every ball game. But we're talking a lot about the Tiger offense. Let's talk about that defense because they're getting some things done over on their side as well. The Hardaway game, a little bit difficult. We gave up about 28 points in that ball game. But since then, the Tigers on defense in 5 games have only given up 52 points. That's on the whole season other than that first Hardaway game. Pretty impressive job by that team. It's a defense that also doesn't have a senior starter. All the guys on that side of the field and starting-wise are underclassmen. So a pretty amazing job that those guys are doing over on the defensive side, which tells us, too, they're just going to get better. They're going to continue to get better, and we can look for great things for them in the future. Over on the defensive side for the Grangers tonight, Vondez Taylor, he's got 6 tackles on the season. Daz Williams is another guy that we'll be watching for. Not on the season. Against Cartersville last week, he had those 6 tackles. But Von Daz, they've been the leaders of that field, on the field for the Grangers. LaQuincy Shepard, Dexter Fitzpatrick, Taj Hickson. Those are some other guys that you'll hear talked about as we talk about the defense on that side. Greg, who are our captains? You got your radio working? Well, I guess Greg's still working on getting able to hear me. So let me look down there and see who we got captain-wise. Got Montez Crow, number 15. He's one of our captains, along with number 54, Seth Adams. We got number 17. He's one of our Kenley Bridwell.
That's right.
As a captain. And is that I missed him one. The one next to
it's King Makuta.
All right, King. Okay, he's another one of our captains down there. We'll go down to Greg, and we'll get the coin toss by the official.
Y'all get on before we have to, okay? You're going to use blue, you're going to do the talking. We're going to call you white, you do the talking. You're the visiting team, you get to call the coin toss. There's a coin. There's heads, there's tails. I'm going to toss it and let it hit the ground. What's your call?
Head.
He calls heads. His tails. LaGrange has won the toss.
So LaGrange has won the talk, and they have deferred.
All right, so we'll wait to see what the official move is on the field. See who's going to defend what. Looks like the Tigers will be defending the auditorium side of the field, while the Grangers will be defending the scoreboard side.
That would be the Tigers defending the north side, heading south, and the Grangers defending the south side, heading north.
I always depend on you for my directions, Greg. I could never get anywhere in the state of Georgia without GPS, Greg Positioning System. Let's take it to the break. We come back. We've got kickoff live here from Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
Attention steak lovers. Your chance to buy awesome steaks right here in LaGrange is coming soon. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will be opening their doors soon. A premier full-service butcher shop offering beef, pork, and chicken that will be cut fresh daily to your exact liking. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will offer everything from individual cuts of meat to bulk packages for large gatherings. Tell your friends, family, and your neighbors to search and like Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange on Facebook today.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has, 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange and in Hamilton.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Kia LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness. We're proud to be one of the gold sponsors for our local Paint the Town Pink Hope Walk event. Being involved in our community is part of our heart and soul. Speaking of the soul, you can own a 17 Kia Soul right now for only $15,888. Stop by and see our entire inventory at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or shop anytime at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19824. For award information, visit jdpower.com/cars. Signs of progress are all over town. Mayor Jim Thornton is running for re-election to keep moving forward and to make things better for all citizens.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I've proven what I can and will do in office. The people of LaGrange care about results. I ask you to look at my record: a growing economy, a safer community, and a great quality of life. Learn more at jimthornton.org.
Jim Thornton doesn't just talk. He gets things done. For progress and growth, Jim Thornton is your choice. Re-elect Jim Thornton as mayor of LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
All right, here it comes. We've been waiting all week for this. It's time for the Troup High School Tigers to take on the LaGrange High School Grangers. The Grangers will kick it off to the Tigers. They're going left to right on your radio dial. Ball is set at the 40-yard line. He steps up. He gets the kickoff. High, short kick. be taken at about the 20-yard line. A fair catch call for right there. And that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. It looks like we have
Joko Willis will take that
Yep.
fair catch on the 20-yard line is where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
Not a bad idea, just making sure we got the possession and get that offense out there on the field and make something special happen. Greg, what a great night. I can't stop smiling as I look across the way and see all the Tiger fans filling the stands and the Granger fans over here excited to support their team as well. This is what Friday Night Football is all about.
Absolutely. You know, both stands are just packed. You know, games like this, we talked earlier, you throw the record book out, doesn't really matter. You just have to let the game get in the rhythm.
Montez will stand behind his center. He'll call for it and hand off the ball right up the middle of the line. Going to get across the 25, down to the 26-yard line. Tyree Carlisle just straight up the middle. A good job by that front line blocking to start things off.
You know, kind of an interesting thing. You start off running right up the middle behind Big Colby Harry and Michael Irvin and J. Brody Messer, and you pick up 6 yards off the bat in 2nd and 4. You know, it's almost like, wow, where's the passing game? Really, I think the fans expected first play to be one of those slant routes.
Well, LaGrange did because they're only running a 3-man front right now. We may take advantage of that a little bit. In fact, we're going to go right back to Carlisle, who pops off tackle. He's at the 30, 35, got the first down all the way down to about the 37-yard line. And, Greg, they're going to take advantage of what the Grangers give them.
Well, you know, it's one of those things, you know, we talked about earlier, just a few minutes ago, how Coach Hope looks and sees what the defense is giving you and adjust. You know, first two running plays, we pick up 15 yards, actually 14, so an average of 7 yards a carry. We'll take that.
Ball rests, as we mentioned, at the 37-yard line. Carlisle will go to the right of the quarterback, Crow. He's got trips to the right, one man wide to this near side and Thrash. Back to pass is Crow. Turns, he's going to swing it out to Carlisle. Carlisle, one man to beat to get to the corner. Turns upfield, gets about 3, maybe 4 yards.
All right, LaGrange has the ball.
A fumble on the play, and LaGrange is going to get the ball at the 39.
You know, we talked about, you know, one of those turnover factors. You know, Carlisle took the swing pass, juked and stiff-armed the first guy. The second guy, they had a helmet collision. LaGrange's kid went up underneath Tyree and actually hit the ball, and the ball came out, and they were quick to jump on it on the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 LaGrange from the 40-yard line of the Tigers.
All right, so the Grangers get a big break, something they're very excited about right now. Here come the Grangers. They'll go under center. Their quarterback is number 14, Charles Crawford. He's been in and out of that position all season long. Handoff coming around this near side. They're going to get him in the backfield for a loss. And this is going to be Johnson, the ball carrier. Tackles will be made by Detrick Tucker.
You had Andy Boykin on the initial hit, and that'll be about a 3-yard loss. It'll move it back to the 44-yard line, 43.5-yard line, actually. So maybe a 2.5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and call it 13. Let's round up.
They break the huddle, make their way back up to the line of scrimmage. Number 32, Andreka Martin, will be as the tailback position behind the quarterback. They put a man in motion, go back to the far side. Turn, hand up off in the middle. Not a lot there. He's going to drive to the 40-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down from there.
Khalif Thornton comes in to take Josh Boehm out. Josh, actually, he's going to relieve Andy Boykin. Andy Boykin and Josh Boehm there in on that tackle. So Josh has a way of, I told you, he kind of comes in and relieves the guys. He got in early this game, really does a nice job up that middle.
Crawford will go back under center. He'll split 2 men wide to the left, a wing to this near side. Single back in the backfield for him. Goes under center, turns, going to roll out to his left. Nobody on him. Going to angle it out. He's got a man wide open at the 30. A 1st down for the Grangers as he goes down the sideline. Get down to the 20. And let's see where they mark him out, Greg. I think he's going to get all the way down inside the 20 on a wide open pass.
They're going to mark him out at the 17-yard line. Nice little catch. Just simply one of the corners, and I want to say it was Stafford perhaps, just simply lost his man and got let him get behind him. This is one of those things we talked about. You got to not look at the records, and you certainly can't lose focus on a game that, by all rights and means, by the numbers, you should win the ball game. So you can't ever overlook that.
Crawford starts back under center, going to hand the ball. They come around this near side with the tailback who's going to bounce out and get to the outside again. They'll get across the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Actually, that'll be a flag on the play, but that'll also be a loss if it goes, depending on what the call is. But he was tackled for a 2-yard loss. He was handed the ball off 3 yards deep in the backfield. Just couldn't make his way positive yardage. So let's see what the referee comes up with.
They're discussing it there on the side. Don't think it was a late hit. A block to the outside possibly. But I do know these officials are going to make sure they control this game as we have these two in-town rivals against each other. All right, he's going to step over and give us the signal. A hold against LaGrange High School. And also an illegal man downfield. So two different penalties against the Grangers on that play. Now I guess they can't be illegal man downfield because, I know what it is. He kind of tossed the ball away from the official after the run instead of hand the ball to the official. So kind of a delay of game situation.
Yeah, Coach Bliss is he's over here conferring with the side judge here all right, what do we got here?
The hold will be the penalty we'll take and mark them off at least 10, possibly 15, depending on the situation.
So they're going to have the flag down at the 21-yard line. So they've already marked off 5 back to the 26. Now they're going to mark off even more. They're back past the 40.
Good giggly wiggly.
Yard line. So that's going to wind up being about a 19-yard penalty from where the flag was.
They go from the spot of the foul. 15 from the spot of the foul. So that puts the ball all the way back to about where they started the ball with the 42.
Yep. So that will be first down and forever.
That'll be a momentum killer right there. 9:36 left of the first quarter. No score. The Tigers fumbled on their first drive. The Grangers got the ball about where they are right now at around the 42-yard line. So first down now. They'll replay first down. Two backs in the backfield for the quarterback Crawford. Crawford will back up to pass. Going to swing it out, complete right at the 40. Immediately taken down.
Macenta Stafford all over him. Basically a little flare out pass out to the wide out 20. Actually, this is coming out of the backfield. I think Kendrick 28. He able to take the pass out of the backfield, and Stafford immediately tackles him for about another 2-yard loss, maybe for no gain because really they spotted the ball on the 41-yard line.
So they break the huddle. I'm going to give him a yard since it was on the 42, now it's on the 41. Crawford goes back under center. A man very wide to this near side. Takes a snap. Just a 3-step drop back on an air way down the field. We might pick this one off. Actually, it bounces out of our hands. Oh, my goodness. The Tigers are going to be upset about that as it was just thrown way up there. Dwight Gates, number 12, was back there in coverage, and it just bounces out of his hands. He had an interception all by himself back there.
He actually overthrew the quarterback overthrew the receiver probably 5 or 6 yards. Dwight had beat on it, but he just jumped too soon. He jumped about maybe a half a second too soon and kind of threw his timing off. If he just kept rolling with it, it would have just fell into his hand as if Dwight was the guy that he was throwing to.
That's what it looked like, that Dwight was the receiver on the play.
So it's 3rd and 34 for the Grangers.
8:37 left to go in the first quarter. No score in this contest so far. Grangers with the ball after they recovered a fumble by the Troup High School Tigers. Back to pass. Deep drop back. It's Crawford. Throws it across the middle. Bounces in the air. Picked off. It's a 30 to a 35, 40, 50. Blocking ahead of him. He could go. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Tigers! Kobe Hudson takes it all the way for the Tiger score.
That will be about a 76-yard interception, and down the sideline, pick 6 for Kobe Hudson and the Tigers. What an excellent wall of blockers the defenders gave against to create that run back for Kobe Hudson. With 8:22 left in the first quarter, your score: Troup High Tigers 6, LaGrange 0, waiting Carson Rayford's point after touchdown.
Ball will rest. Be kicked from the 10. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 8:22 left to go in the first quarter play. Tigers leading. It's wrong on the scoreboard. It says LaGrange 7. They'll hopefully fix that in a second. The Tigers are leading 7-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue on LaGrange and in Hamilton.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. It seems like just yesterday, he was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. And now he's here. He's worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And at Synovus, we're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday night, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers will kick the ball off, and they'll bring it back to about the 28-yard line, but a huge hit by Kevin Martin that knocks him down. Just one of those that kind of reverberates across the crowd there. So here come the Grangers, so 1st and 10 from there. 7-0 is your score with the Troup High School Tigers leading right now. The quarterback, Crawford, puts a man in motion for the far side. Double wing set for him. The little trap play inside. Nice move as he spins. Goes back across the far side of the field. Finally brought down just short of the 40 at about the 38-yard line. Nice little inside-out trap.
That'll be close to a first down. He actually it'll be second down and about 2. Nice little pickup of about 8. You're right, Jack. He hit the hole, and he cut back against the grain, and the speed of the defensive Tigers were able to pull him down after a 8-yard gain and kept him from getting the first down.
And Draco Martin is the ball carrier on that last play. Rangers, who moved the ball pretty well before the penalty that slowed them down in their first drive, has the quarterback under center. Right up the middle of the field he goes, and we're going to bring him down right across the 40-yard line. Looks like it's going to be number 10 for the Tigers, Dietrich Tucker, making the initial tackle, but they will get a first down.
Yeah, that it looks like they've gone to the air several times, and a couple of times it's worked. Little flare pass out here to little spot pass out here about 8 yards deep. It's the first one where they gained most of their yardage, but all the rest of the pass attempts have been kind of off the mark. They seem to have more success running the football up the middle against the Tigers right now.
Tigers running a 4-man front. King out to this near side. Another handoff into the line. Not as much there. Try to go to that left side that time. Going to get about 1, maybe 2. Call it 2nd and 8.
If you'll notice, rather than being in the 3-point stance, Makuta and 49. Help me out there, Jack. I don't have my roster. I forgot my roster in the office.
That's Montavious Hall.
Montavious Hall. Montavious Hall. They're standing up today. They obviously changed something. You've got the both inside tackles who are at a 3-point stance, and you've got the 2 defensive ends basically in an upright position. So obviously they've seen something in the scouting report to let them stand up rather than put on the 3 fingers.
Tigers bringing the house on this play. A long time in the backfield, hand the ball off. He'll get across the 45 to the 46-yard line before he's met by a host of Tiger tacklers.
That'll pick up a yard perhaps, maybe 2. They're going to spot the ball at the 45-yard line, so it should be 3rd and 5 for LaGrange, maybe 3rd and 6 actually. I'll tell you what, they're having a kind of a slow time getting the scoreboard, keeping up with it. It's still showing 2nd and 8, and for a while they had LaGrange 7, Troup 0, so the scorekeeper needs to hustle it up.
Crawford going to back up to pass. Going to swing it out. It's going to be batted down.
King Makuta way up in the air. He's already 6'5", Jack. And when you jump so high, and we talked about, why are they standing up? Maybe that's the reason they spotted something. He jumps up and bats the ball out of the air. That'll bring up 4th down for LaGrange as Kobe Hudson will drop back deep to receive the punt for the Tigers.
The quarterback Crawford is under 6 foot, so that may be exactly it, Greg, as he's not someone that can get up very high and throw the ball. In fact, he's thrown kind of at a 45-degree angle as he's thrown it before. So now here come the Grangers getting ready to punt the ball. Number 82, Wesley Kuhn, a junior.
Kobe Hudson will be here on the 20-yard line is where he'll plant his feet.
Rangers move. There's the snap. Kuhn gets it off. High kick.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, they moved. It's going to come back. They're going to have to kick it again.
That
Ball's
ball
going to bounce to the 26-yard line.
Yep. And I didn't see. Did you see some movement?
Yeah, the up back took 2 steps right as the so it's a legal motion. He took 2 steps right before the ball was stepped. So they'll kick it off again. So the junior Coon will have another shot at this, and Kobe will have another shot at returning one. Really impressed with the blocking earlier on the interception. We may see some more of that on this play as well. You know, that's a thing that the coaches work with the kids on, is that transition. Actually, they're not going to take the penalty, it looks like.
Yep.
They're going to take the play.
Well, yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to do.
I'm surprised by that, but that's okay. The ball will be at the 26, 27-yard line. The Tigers will have it there 1st and 10. But you have to plan for that. When you switch it from defense to offense, what are you going to do? You're just going to stand around and watch? No, you become an offensive player, and you block downfield for your receiver. Trips to this near side. Montez has one back to his left, and that's Tyree Carlisle.
Referee says, hold on just a minute.
Check that.
And he says, now we'll blow it in.
That's actually Trey Williams back there with Montez. My apologies. There's the snap. Williams going to fake it to him, play action, throw it across the middle. It's going to be intended that time for number 14 for the Tigers, Jarrell Smith.
Yeah.
Just falls incomplete.
Was on it. And it actually got held up by the corner. So Montez's pass kind of fell gladly at nobody's area right there. Because
the Rangers are dropping 6 in coverage.
Well, I looked at one of the college games the other night, and they were rushing 3, and that's about the way they played. You just got to basically send everybody back in coverage.
Low snap. Montez gets it, swings it out. They're going to tackle us, though, right at the 27-yard line. So good job by the Grangers on defense.
Yeah, Hunter Bass had to pull out that time. He was on a pull out. He was supposed to kick out the wide out as Thrash was taking his corner deep. The play was designed, if you kick him out, Trey would have really picked up major positive yardage. Hunter Bass really just missed his block, unfortunately. So that'll 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
4:55 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0's your score. Tigers lead right now. Trips to this near side. Crow, single back in the backfield beside him. And the play's whistled dead. And we're going to have a timeout, I believe.
No, either a timeout or we must have been right at a delay of game because you see the clock already reset at 25, so close for sure.
All right, so they take a timeout. We take one as well. 4:44 left to go in the first. 7-0's your score. The Troup High School Tigers leading. Let's take 60 seconds. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Hi friends, Jess Leaked here with Kia of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness. We're proud to be one of the gold sponsors for our local Paint the Town Pink Hope Walk event. Being involved in our community is part of our heart and soul. Speaking of the soul, you can own a 17 Kia Soul right now for only $15,888. Stop by and see our entire inventory at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or shop anytime at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19824. For award information, visit jdpower.com/cars. Attention steak lovers. Your chance to buy awesome steaks right here in LaGrange is coming soon. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will be opening their doors soon. A premier full-service butcher shop offering beef, pork, and chicken that will be cut fresh daily to your exact liking. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will offer everything from individual cuts of meat to bulk packages for large gatherings. Tell your friends, family, and your neighbors to search and like Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange on Facebook today.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now, back to more Troup Tiger football.
On first down, Montez Crow going to throw it to Kenley Bridwell right down the middle of the field. Double coverage for Kenley. He makes the reception. A big first down right near the 50-yard line. Montez takes a snap. This time he's going to hand it off to his tailback going around the right side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and good job by the Grangers to collapse that down. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Clock ticks down, 4:15. 7-0's your score. Grangers have had the ball on a fumble recovery, and they've also got the ball after the Tigers scored on an interception. And this is just the 2nd time on the field for the Troup High School Tigers. Twins to this near side, one man wide to the right. Crow will have Carlisle in the backfield with him. A wing to this near side. Crow looking, got some people in his face, steps up in the pocket, throws a laser down the field to complete to his receiver at the 25-yard line. And a beautiful catch
Kenley
by Kenley
Bridwell
Bridwell
on that
again.
one. Nice job by Kenley Bridwell. He really saw Montez scrambling, and when happening, he's supposed to find, and he did that. Bridwell for a nice second reception on this drive, Jack.
In fact, 2 in a row. And he was wide open down there. You mentioned the great job of coming back to help out his quarterback. Crow takes it. Going to fake it into the Carlisle. He's going to run the ball. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Granger defense to read that one out.
I think Montez maybe thought he saw something. That was either a busted play or Montez thought he saw something, and it didn't really pan out. He did pick up a couple of yards, but I think Montez, when he sees something, I think he really picked up a yard, really wants more than just a yard.
And Coach Holt has given him the opportunity to do that on several plays. Again, Twins to this near side. Staying in the shotgun as they pretty much always do. Crow take the snap, back up to pass. Looking, got time. Slings it down the field. And did he get picked up? Falls incomplete. Almost picked off by the Grangers.
You know, when I say we looked a little bit out of sync on that one, it just looked like we were out of sync. Just Jamari Thrash came around and looked like he was kind of like waiting on Montez to throw it. And Montez was waiting on Jamari to make a move, and it just kind of like, you take it, I'll get it, and that it just kind of dropped. It could have been an interception for sure.
Play clock ticks down to 18. 2:57 in the first. 7-0 your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Crow with the back to his right. Twins to this near side. Takes it. He's looking to pass. Lots of time. Steps up in the pocket. Airs it down the field. He's got a man in the end zone. It's going to fall short. Incomplete. He had to dive down to get it. And good job by the receiver to try to make it look like a touchdown, but it'll fall incomplete.
Well, Jamari Thrash was really on a go route on the 20-yard line or 23-yard line. He goes into the end zone. He slants across the middle toward the goalpost, and Crow sees him open and throws it low, only where Thrash could get it, and just wasn't quite high enough, and ball kind of hits the ground simultaneously, and of course it comes out of his hands. And now Carson Rayford will try a 41-yard field goal.
Carson, the ball will be snapped, hold. The kick is up. It's got the distance. Did it have the direction?
It's over. It's no good.
Up, wide left. So the Granger defense holds there. 7-0 is your score. 2:43. 30 seconds back to the station. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Grangers will take the ball 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the missed field goal by the Troup High School Tigers. The initial lick is made by number 40 for the Troup High School Tigers, Joshua Boehm.
And that picks up 2 yards for the LaGrange. Josh he's seen a lot of action tonight, a lot more than he has seen in this early in the ball game.
So it's 7-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers after a pick six by Kobe Hudson. Granger offense now. Their quarterback's going to roll out. Pretty deep, looking, got a lot of time, going to try to run it. Actually, he's going to slide down as he saw some Tigers coming at him pretty hard. He'll slide down at the 22-yard line.
Well, you had Hall on one end, and King Makuta chasing down the other, along with Andy Boykin in the middle, and Josh Boehm as well. And he was able to pick up maybe a half a yard on that one, but he ran 40 to pick up a half yard. You can call that a coverage tackle, if you will, because he just was nowhere to throw the football.
Well, and I would have slidden down too, really quick, if I saw King and Andy coming after me as well. So here come the Grangers. Crawford will go into center, back up to pass. He's got receivers to this near side, throws it. It's going to be complete at the 32 for a first down for the Grangers. That's number 11 for the Grangers making the catch, and Jordan Ogletree, their leading receiver.
A nice little play call there where he had pushed the corner off deep, and then he planted his foot and came back And it was a nice toss and catch by LaGrange, able to pick up a first down as the ball's on the 31-yard line. So that would be their, third first down of the first half?
I believe so, yep.
First quarter?
Minute 4 left to go in the first. A first down for the Grangers. Ball resting right at the 31-yard line. Crawford goes under center, turns around, got an outside trap play coming this way, and a good tackle made right at the line of scrimmage, maybe about a gain of 1 on the play. And tackles made by big number 7 for the Troup High School Tigers, Nick Ligon.
We hadn't called Nick's name tonight, but between him and Macenta Stafford and Kevin Martin, we expected a lot out of those three tonight, and to hear their names called a lot. And I'm sure as they get cranked up, things settle down, you might hear their name called a little bit. We were talking on the sidelines here, just offensively, the Tigers, they're having a little hard time adjusting to that three-man rush right now.
Yep. Well, everybody dropped back in coverage. Same play for the Grangers. Going to try to get more out of it, and they do as they get across the 40. Good run there by number 20 for the Grangers, Andre Canty.
Simply running this little counter bucks trap up the middle, and that's been real positive for the Grangers tonight. As it basically each time they ran the ball, I'd say they average 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Boykin back in for the Tigers. Here they come, running the same play, and that one's going to encroachment by the Tigers.
That'll add 5 easy yards there.
So 1st and 5 for the Grangers now. As I looked, I think that was one of our interior linemen. More than likely, I think he called it on Josh.
I think what happens in a game like this, there's so much hype build up in the week in the school, and you got kids that on one side of the ball, you think you're supposed to win big, and on the other side of the ball, they're just trying to find their identity, and it's just yet to. As far as the Grangers goes, the fans are like, hey, they're liking what they're seeing, even though they're behind on the scoreboard. Tiger fans are a little bit disappointed right now, Jack.
7-0 is your score into the first quarter of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Signs of progress are all over town. Mayor Jim Thornton is running for re-election to keep moving forward and to make things better for all citizens.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I've proven what I can and will do in office. The people of LaGrange care about results. I ask you to look at my record: a growing economy, a safer community, and a great quality of life. Learn more at jimthornton.org.
Jim Thornton doesn't just talk. He gets things done. For progress and growth, Jim Thornton is your choice. Re-elect Jim Thornton as mayor of LaGrange. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has, 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue on LaGrange and in Hamilton.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Troup High School Tigers. Broadcast against the LaGrange High School Grangers. Grangers going to try to get to the outside on the Tigers, up near the 50. They'll be brought down at the 47-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. As we're into the second quarter of play, Tigers leading 7-0.
That'll pick up 2. So it looks like it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Grangers.
Our thanks to all of our friends and family that are listening. My mom and dad texted me that they're listening to the ball game. Some friends from out of town, John Middlebrooks. I got a chance to play with him back in the 80s. A lot of fun, he and his brother Scott. A flag on that play.
All right, we got illegal motion against LaGrange, so that'll back them up 5. It'll be 3rd down and really 7. Actually, that's the 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that I may have called it wrong. Maybe it is 2nd down.
Maybe I need the one to speed up. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys over here on the sidelines coming back in for a lot of reunions going on this weekend. We've had the opportunity to do a lot of shirts for different level of classes coming in. We appreciate them coming in. Saw Randall Hurd and saw Stephen Herndon down here. And so a lot of former Troup Tigers are back to this weekend.
T.J. Abner and Some of the guys that were in his class texted me earlier. They're excited to be here tonight. Crawford going to back up, just a stab pass out to the 40. And a good job of blocking, but we're going to read it well. He's going to go out of bounds back on the far side over at about the 41.
They're going to wind the clock, but that's going to lose some yards, Jack. It's going to push him out at about the, looks like about the 47-yard line, maybe the 48.
Actually, you back yourself up 5. It's the 43.
So it's third down. And
you're trying to give them 5 more yards than they need right now.
Maybe it's just my angle of attack.
Well, it's just, they taught math different back in the 70s. All right, here we go. Grangers back to the line of scrimmage, and a timeout called by the Grangers. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 10-17 left to go in the first half. 7-0, the Tigers leading on Eagle Sports.
Attention steak lovers. Your chance to buy awesome steaks right here in LaGrange is coming soon. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will be opening their doors soon. A premier full-service butcher shop offering beef, pork, and chicken that will be cut fresh daily to your exact liking. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will offer everything from individual cuts of meat to bulk packages for large gatherings. Tell your friends, family, and your neighbors to search and like Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange on Facebook today.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Grangers looking at a 3rd and 9 as they come up against the Troup High School Tigers. They're going right to left if you're looking at your radio dial. Grangers in their Granger blue with a white trim, white helmets. Tigers tonight with the white jerseys, gold pants with a navy trim, navy numbers. Grangers break the huddle. Crawford, the quarterback, will go under center, single back to the backfield, a slot receiver to this near side, and he's going to pass the ball. He's back, got a lot of resistance. He's going to be rolled out to this near side, and 3 guys take him down at the 40-yard line. He didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got Nick Ligon, Joko Willis, Kobe Hudson, King Makuta. Wow. What are some other numbers coming out of that pile, Jack? That was terrible. His hat came off. The quarterback's hat came off. I hope he's okay.
He's a tough guy. Charles Crawford was the quarterback, and he tried to roll out, but he had people in his – I couldn't even talk about it. I just saw 6 guys in his face as he rolled out to this near side. So they'll have to punt the ball again. Kuhn will step on. He'll be standing back around the 25.
Got Mark Anthony Dixon, one of the speediest guys in the state. He'll be back. And it looks like the Tigers may be calling a timeout. Either the wrong personnel there on the punt return.
All right, they take a timeout. As we say, we'll take one as well. 7-0 with 9:34 left to go in the first half. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Kia of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness. We're proud to be one of the gold sponsors for our local Paint the Town Pink Hope Walk event. Being involved in our community is part of our heart and soul. Speaking of the soul, you can own a 17 Kia Soul right now for only $15.88. Stop by and see our entire inventory at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or shop anytime at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19824. For award information, visit jdpower.com/cars.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So Kuhn for the Grangers on to punt the ball, as Greg mentioned. Dixon back deep for the Tigers. Grangers make a little adjustment. 4th and 11 for them. There's the snap. Kuhn will step up, takes his time, gets a good high kickoff, nice spiral. He'll bounce down at the 25, roll down to the 20. A flag back here at about the 45. That's going to be an interesting one to see what that is, Greg. So the ball will more than likely be placed back at around the 15, but let's see what this penalty is going to be.
They're going to call it a sideline warning. That's what it was. Flag sitting on the 45, lying on the ground. The referee just called a sideline warning, asking LaGrange to back up.
All right, so he picks it up. So the ball will just be at the 15.
Of course, immediately the Troup Tigers also get they don't want a sideline warning either.
They're going to back it up, make sure they're doing the right thing. So here come the Tigers. They've got 9:20 left to work with in the first half. 7-0. They've got the lead off of Kobe Hudson's pick 6 early in the ball game. Let's see what they can do with this. Rangers have moved to a 4-man front now. the linebackers very wide spread out. Just really a two-man linebacking core as everybody else is in coverage. Tight coverage on the Troup High School Tiger receivers. Crow, back to pass, steps up, looks, goes swing it out, and almost intercepted. It was intended for a Tiger. Bounced off his hands, and a Granger almost picked it off.
Yeah, what he didn't see is sitting here in the slot position wide open 12 yards down the field. He was more looking at Kobe Hudson and Jamari Thrash or Kenley Bridwell. And I think when he sees the film, when the coaches bring him to the sideline, he'll see something different.
So the Tigers looking at 2nd down and 10 now. 9:09 left to go. Play clock running. So that'll be a fake play action pass. Bounces off the receiver, and a Granger's going to catch it in the air. Oh, my goodness gracious. I think that was Jamari Thrash. Bounced off him, and a Granger's going to dive down and pick it off. And another turnover for the Tigers, and the Granger's going to try to take advantage of it with the ball at the 36.
Absolutely. It looks like I thought there might have been some pass interference there, and which caused the ball to ricochet off the shoulder pads. And I want to say it was Jarrell Smith coming on a slant pattern. All right, and now they have an official timeout, so let's see what they say. But it didn't look like, I mean, from my vantage point, I couldn't tell if he actually caught it or not. But you know what? There's no replay in high school football, so it'll be LaGrange's football. But I thought that might have been a pass interference. But at any rate, LaGrange takes over the 35-yard line of the Tigers.
So Granger's with a great opportunity here. Crawford will go into center, have a man coming in motion, hand it off to him. Going to bounce it to the outside and be brought down from behind at about we'll call it the 37-yard line. Actually, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Brings up 2nd down.
Joko Willis and number 22 for the Tigers was able to make that tackle. Looks like they might have picked up what, Jack? Or actually lost a yard, maybe?
Right at almost the same place.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess maybe lost a yard as I look across the way.
You know, the offense has been, like I said, uncharacteristically kind of out of sync this first half. And obviously you got to give credit to LaGrange for putting them up that way. But the defense has been asked to do a lot so far this first half.
Back to pass is Crawford. He's going to air it out towards the corner and just out throws his receiver who is down there. That's number 11, Jordan Ogletree was the intended receiver. Double coverage back there for the Tigers. But even the Tigers couldn't get to it. 8:12 left to go. 7-0 your score, led by the Troup High School Tigers. But their offense hasn't scored today. Just a pick 6 by Kobe Hudson. So 2 turnovers, a fumble, and now a interception off a pass that bounced out of the hands of Jamari Thrash. So here come the Grangers. 2 tight end set. Single back to the backfield behind Crawford. Crawford loses the ball. Ball's on the ground. He picks it up. Turner's going to throw it now. And 2 guys go up, and neither one comes down with it. Hudson with great coverage right there. Reaches up, knocks the ball away. But credit Charles Crawford. He's the son of Kyle Crawford, a friend of mine. And a great job on that play of picking it up and getting it decked down the field.
There you go. Kobe Hudson really did a nice job defending that one as well. Good job by Crawford to actually make the play. They were able to grab control of that football and throw it. But looks like, Hudson, just with all his athletic ability, was able to slap that ball out of the way. So, but he did have a wide open receiver down there. Kobe closed on that last second to make the knockaway.
Here's another timeout by the Grangers. 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. Grangers want to come away with something here. We'll take 30 seconds back to the station and listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 7-0 your score. 8:05 left to go in the first half. Got to say a big shout out to little Maddie Longshore, one of our youngest Tiger fans out there listening at home with her mom Veronica. So Hope she's having a great evening. Little Maddie, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. Now, her mom got to go see Garth Brooks last night, so I'm a little jealous of her. A lot of folks in the community, I think, were up at the new Mercedes-Benz.
Did she get his autograph?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They're going to punt the ball away again. Kuhn will stand at the 50. Takes the snap a little bit high, gets the ball off. A good kick. Fair catch called for. It's going to bounce into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
You know, it looks like it hit on about the 2, and Hudson looks like he was going to kind of make a move on it, and it's like, oh, no, back up a little bit.
Well, and that's something they kind of teach those receivers back there. Make the wave like you're going to fair catch and then kind of move out of the way, let it get over your head, get to the end zone. Also keeps the other guys from downing it there before it gets to the end zone.
And as they do after each and every play or series, the Tiger defense is over here looking at film immediately, and that technology is made available by the fine boosters of the Troup High Touchdown Club. We appreciate you guys coming and joining us if you'd like. Look us up on Facebook.
Here come the Tigers now. Crow will stand at about the 15-yard line. Put a man in motion, go to the far side. Takes the ball, looking, go step up and go right down the middle of the field. It's going to get brought down across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Credit the Granger defense. They read that out well.
Yep, looks like I was just talking to Montez on the sidelines, and just you could see the kind of the worry, not worry, but the weariness, if you will. He's just like, oh, man, we got to get this in rhythm. So he's got to have a couple plays to open up and give everybody that sense of comfort, if you will. Right now, they're playing really tight. And again, give credit to the LaGrange defense.
They're giving it all they can. Back to running the ball again. Tigers going to get a ball across the 30. That should be a 1st down for the Tigers.
Jack is able to handle the ball again, and we hadn't seen Jackson in it. He's been nursing an injury all year.
Yep.
So he does a good job that time, running it just straight up the middle. Picks up about, 8, Jack?
Yep, just enough for the 1st down. So the Tigers back to the field. Twins to the top. Man wide to this near side. It's going to go in motion. That's Thrash. Going to hand the ball off into the middle. Get yardage across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And right now, Greg, as I'm watching real close to the line, they're really trying to strip the ball out of the hands of the Tigers. That time, of course, the ball carrier was Tyree Carlisle, but he had to kind of do a spin move to the inside, and they were just swatting, not so much trying to tackle him, but just swatting at that ball.
Well, that's been a technique for years now. It's trying to strip the football, and the Tigers don't run the football a whole lot, so they're thinking if they're going to run it, hey, why not let's try to strip it, because that's what they're not used to.
Crow, a great athletic move as he had trouble with the snap, was swinging out to Carlisle. Carlisle getting up the field across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Rangers close quick. Their defense moves very well.
Yeah, we're the Tigers are over here. Coaching staff's kind of getting on Mark Anthony for really not doing his job, and LaGrange really, you're right, they're closing fast. Got a lot of tonight on that defense.
Well, something else that they've adjusted to, Greg, is they no longer have just the 3-man front. They're bringing 4. Now they're dropping back in coverage. They go back to 3 on this play. Actually, 4-man front.
They've got to get to 40. You got to get to the 40 and a half. So it's 3rd down, and they call it 3, but it's more like 3 and a half for the Tigers.
Rangers on their feet, trying to support their players.
Play clock's at 5. Watch that.
There's the snap. Going to ride the Trey going around the left side. Picks up the 1st down and more. Going out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line.
Trey Williams takes that little buck sweep, if you will, and just goes around left side around big Gabe Hubbard and picks up a significant yardage for the 1st down. Tigers, ball will be marked on, looks like on about the 46-yard line just before midfield.
That looked a bit more like our offense there, Greg, is just everybody kind of running downfield, the line moving, everybody pulling, getting the things done. Crow now will take the shotgun snap. Fake the handoff, going to throw the ball. Complete, but they're going to hit us immediately just short of the 50. That's going to be Bridwell making the reception right at the 49.
Well, it depends on they're going to give him really about the 48. That's only about a 2-yard gain. It's kind of an odd-looking pass. Bridwell was not going across the grain. He was actually slanting backwards.
Right.
At any rate, that'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Any positive yardage is good yardage at this point. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. 7-0 your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Crow takes the snap. Looks going to air it out to the side, throw it low. It's going to be incomplete.
I'm glad it was, because that would have been a pick six. I promise you. 17 for LaGrange has snuck in there, and had Montez put a little air on that ball, he could have walked in the end zone from 48 yards out.
That's LaQuincy Shepard. He's been one of the standouts for the Granger defense. So a third down now for the Tigers. And you know what we haven't done in this whole ballgame? We haven't gone vertical almost at all, Greg. Everything's been kind of out in the flats. Trips to the far side now. Bridwell will be the receiver on this near side. Crow back to pass. And we do go vertical on this play. And it's going to be, did he pick it off? Yes, he does.
Yeah, number 10.
Rangers, a huge catch by Jacoby Smith. Goes up in the air, catches it, does a flip. That's a highlight reel catch. Comes down, and the second interception by the LaGrange High School Grangers, the Troup High School Tigers tonight.
Had Montez put a little bit more air into the ball, that would have been a touchdown for Kobe. He just kind of short threw him a little bit. Didn't quite get enough distance on the football. So good interception for sure, and he certainly hung on to the football because he kind of flipped over his own guy in the air. Certainly a highlight reel, as you said, but it was one of those things, had Montez put just a little bit more air, it would have been 13-0 already.
Now the Grangers with the ball again. Crawford going to hand the ball going around the right side. It'll be 28, Miles Johnson, the ball carrier.
Joko Willis will take him down at they're going to give him the spot of the 29-yard line. So that'll pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for LaGrange.
The receiver, Ogletree, will come into the ball game, check back in. Crawford goes to the sideline each time, talks to the coach to get his play. Play clock down to 19. As we mentioned, 7-0 your score, 4:15 left to go in this first half of play. The Tigers are leading the Grangers right now. Coming with an option. Quarterback is hit pretty good. And the running back coming to this near side, that's number 7, Trez Delaney, is going to be right at the first down. Let's see where they mark it.
A lot of arm tackling by the Tigers on that one. I think it was one of those, they thought he was down in the backfield, and you kind of let up a little bit. Next thing you know, he squirts forward for about 7 yards and went through probably about 4 Tiger arms like that before they was able to bring him down. It'll be 3rd down and probably about a yard for LaGrange, maybe less than a yard.
Well, Tigers also kind of waited and hit Crawford instead of trying to tackle him, which kind of changed things up in that backfield as well. Crawford turns, going to hand the ball off to his tailback, going around the near side. He picks up the first down across the 40. This time it's 32. Andreka Martin, the ball carrier.
Good job by Nick Ligon and Detrick Tucker. They're able to make that stop. Ligon came in on the backup there, and nice shoulder to the shoulder pad of the tailback for LaGrange. But at any rate, the Grangers pick up another first down on the Tigers. Hey, the Tigers defense has been on the field a lot this first half. Only 7-0 is your score. And if you just joined us, you're probably wondering, all right, Greg, Jack, call the score. I guess we've been so mesmerized at the LaGrange, really performing, from what I'm hearing here, really above their head so far this year.
Wingback reverse come around to this near side to get to the 45 and squirt forward to the 50 on second effort. The Grangers getting excited. 2:50 left to go in this first half, and they're driving the ball.
You know, Jack, you wonder on a rivalry game. Of course, it brings out the best, it seems like, in everybody. But you know, if LaGrange had been playing like this all year, what could have happened? You know.
Wingback reverse again. We miss him in the backfield. He gets to the 50, brought down there, just right at the 50-yard line. Brought down by number 30 for the Tigers, and that's Jatavian Smith.
I tell you, I want to say that who was Dwight Gates almost had him in the backfield, but that dive just couldn't quite get his hands on him. But good pursuit by the Tigers. It looks like it'll be 2nd and short for LaGrange. Maybe, no, actually, 3rd and short.
3rd and 1, yep. Very tight splits for the Grangers. Crawford under center turns, quickly hands off to his tailback. He's going to get the first down and more. Across the 45 to the 40. And he is a hoss to bring down. Nick Ligon had an arm around him along with Kobe Hudson, who came in from his free safety position. And that's another first down for the Grangers with 1:52. And they get the ball back as they come back out, Greg. They defer to the second half, so the Grangers will be on offense when they come back after the first half.
You're right, Jack.
Here they go again with another big run down the field to the 30 and another first down. And looking down there, looks like we have one timeout left. I don't know if I might not call it right here and try to reset my defense.
Tigers are showing one timeout left. The Grangers are showing one timeout left.
Same setup as they've had with the wing to the right side. And now here comes the timeout called by the Tigers. And the Granger faithful on their feet, excited for their team. Just 30 seconds back to the station of this break, 7-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So here we are in the second quarter of play. Minute 32 left to go in the first half. 7-0 your score, but the Tigers offense, the much highly vaunted Tiger offense, hasn't scored in this entire first half. The only score is off of a pick six by Kobe Hudson early in the first quarter. Now the Grangers driving the ball down. The ball rests just shy of the 30-yard line. Grangers have the ball, 1st and 10 from there.
Ball's on the 31-yard line of the Tigers.
So a double wing set, single back in the backfield. That's going to be Cornell Kendrick. Man in motion. Back to pass is Crawford. Crawford airing it to the corner. Throws it out there. Falls incomplete. A little bit of bumping, but no flag called.
It's like a lot of fans on the sidelines over on LaGrange side throwing the flag for him, but obviously the back judge says nope, no foul. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Who is that over there? Is that Dwight Gates? I
believe so.
Yeah, and he's probably the shortest corner in Quad A.
Gates, along with Ligon, I think, was back deep on that one. Alonzo Ogletree has been dropping back in coverage as well. Man in motion from the far side. Turn. They're going to run the option. Crawford dishes out right as he's hit, and then his back in the backfield is hit really quick right at the 30. That's Trez Delaney.
Nick Ligon really laid a lick on him after maybe a yard gain. It was, like you said, a little shuffle pass out there, and Nick hit him about the time he caught the pass, or the shuffle pass, if you will. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 9 for LaGrange. The ball's resting on the Tigers' 29-yard line.
A lot of time coming off the clock. They're under a minute. 54, 53, 52. 7-0 your score. Grangers looking at 3rd down. Crawford goes under center, takes it, backs up to pass. Throws it out, complete at the 20. It's going to be 28. Miles Johnson making the catch, and he'll get enough for the first down inside the 20. Clock stops on the first down. But I don't know if they count it as going out of bounds or whether it's just stopped on the first down. We'll see if they wind the clock. Looks like they do not, so he did get out of bounds. 39 seconds left to go. Grangers have the ball on the 18-yard line. Driving on this Tiger defense, who's been, as Greg mentioned, on the field a lot tonight.
Yeah, they'll be needing a lot of water during halftime for sure.
Crawford backing up the pass. He wants to go to that corner route again. Got a man in his face. He'll get rid of it. Throws it across the middle. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Kind of bounced out. And that was almost a touchdown for the Grangers.
Good coverage by 20 for the Tigers. They both jumped up for it. 13 for LaGrange was a little bit shorter. It went through his hands. I don't know that he actually touched it, but it did go through his hands. But he certainly had an opportunity to catch the ball, Jack.
Yeah, Kobe Patton is the young man that it falls incomplete with. The Grangers want to get their fans up on their feet. They're looking at 33 seconds. Clock stops there, 7-0. And Grangers would like to go in with the score here. They'll split a man wide to the far side. That'll be Ogletree running to this near side. And the Tigers all over him. The play will be whistled dead. But Greg, something I saw a couple of guys come in on that play. not with their arms, but with their shoulder pads, without their arms kind of coming in to make the wrap up. We're just trying to hit guys. We're not trying to wrap up and take them down.
That's right. With 20 seconds left, Jack, there's an illegal shift by LaGrange, so that'll back that play up. And you wondered, I looked up, and it was 27 seconds, and clock's just running. And of course, both teams, well, actually, Troup's out of timeouts. LaGrange has one. So, you wonder when they might want to use that timeout. But right now, you've got 2 flags on the field, and I believe the referee's going to call it at least an illegal shift, at least from LaGrange's side. He's discussing with Glisson now.
Coach Glisson trying to decide how he wants to handle this. He wants to back him up. So we look for the official illegal shift, as you mentioned, against the Grangers. Also,
second and LaGrange did call a timeout, Jack.
They call a timeout with 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and go back to the station for 30 seconds. 7-0 your score. 20 seconds left to go in the first half on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and over. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has, 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange and in Hamilton.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle.
Welcome back. So here come the Grangers. 2nd and 15 for them. 20 seconds left to go in this first half. Crawford will go to the shotgun. They haven't done that a lot. He's been under center most of this ball game. Have it back just to his right. Takes it. Looks. Going to throw it. Just out of the hands of his intended receiver. Again, that's number 13, Kobe Patton. Falls incomplete.
Just a little slant route there, and
very quick, too.
It was quick, and he just basically telegraphed it. I'm wondering if just Ligon from his he was really running a deep linebacker position. If he just didn't see his eyes, a lot of times they teach you on defense to read the quarterback's eyes, and that was one of those. As soon as he grabs it, he turns and throws it.
Rangers break the huddle. Crawford to make time move a little faster will stay in the shotgun set. Twins to this near side. Calls for it. Backs up the pass. Wants to throw that corner out. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to run the ball. He'll go down across the 20. They can't stop the clock. 6, 5, 4. Actually, no, they do have a timeout, but they're not calling it. What are they doing?
No, they called a timeout.
No, they didn't.
Well, actually, they did. See, the timeouts, they're showing timeout. That's your clock. Your scorekeeper there is having a challenge, too, as well tonight. But that'll be the halftime for sure.
So they did not have a timeout that just was indicated on the clock. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
Okay. Greg, are you near Coach? Can you catch him before he goes in?
I'm going to do my best. It might be one of those moods tonight. He might not want to say anything.
Well, no one really expected the Grangers to keep the Tiger offense out of the end zone.
All right, he'll say something. Here we got Coach Glisson.
It's a rivalry game, isn't it? 7-0. They're playing hard. We were a little too amped up. We're a little too emotional. We got to settle down a little bit. We'll be fine.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. It looks like they just came in on such a high ride, and they're just having a tough time offensively, just kind of settling down and get into the groove. And also one of the things that we didn't pick up, we've been double covering Kobe Hudson all night, kind of taking him out of the equation. So look for the Tigers to make some adjustments for that at halftime.
Coach Holt will definitely be doing that. Let's go ahead and take 4 spots back to the station. So 2 minutes of commercials. When we come back, we'll let you hear some of the Granger band talk about this first half of play and just keep things rolling here this big rivalry game here at halftime. Tigers leading 7-0 over the Grange High School Grangers on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team.
Emory Southern Orthopedics well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Myrna Painting and Coatings Incorporated is currently looking for painters and painters helpers. You must have 5 years experience, pass a drug test, have a valid driver's license, complete a background check, and provide driving records. Starting pay from $12 to $15 per hour. For more information, call Myrna Painting and Coatings Incorporated at 706-883-8903. Myrna Painting is an equal opportunity employer.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're at halftime, and the Granger band out on the field under the direction of Dr. Jarrett Farrell, and they've been a big highlight for this season for the Grangers all year long. Them along with the Blue Crew, which has followed the Grangers well. In a difficult year, they have really worked to support this team. And to tell you what, you could tell that the Grangers are having a difficult year right now as they are holding the vaunted Tiger offense to no points. The only score so far in this game was by Kobe Hudson on a pick six very early in the ball game on the second. The Tigers actually fumbled, gave the Grangers the ball, and then he picks it off, goes all the way in on a 76-yard touchdown run. And Greg, it's not at all what we were expecting going to this ball game.
Well, it's a rivalry game, and the kids came in. You can see it, and I could see it in Montez Crow's eyes as he after the second series. He said, hey, this receivers having a tough time finding an open field. And, of course, again, he had a tough time. He had Hudson wide open. All he had to do is put a little bit of wear under it right now to be 14-0. And it would really, you're right, we haven't produced a whole lot of anything on offense, and we've had to rely on our defense to really keep LaGrange out of the end zone, and it got kind of scary there one time.
Well, credit that Granger defense. They've got 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery, so 3 turnovers by the Tigers in this first half. Very uncharacteristic of them. We've seen Montez short throw a few things on the outside and really not distributing the ball like he usually does. He's hit Kinley about 3 times, tried to go after Cubby, tried to go after Thrash. We really haven't seen anything from Smith or from Mark Anthony Dixon.
Well, they keeping anything going deep. We've had several little swing passes out in the flat. They're giving us the run. It's one of the things that we haven't been doing all year is running the football. Of course, we've been running it fairly effectively, getting 4, 5, 6 yards at a time. But then we go back to try to do what we do best, and that's pass the ball. And so far they've had our defense. So I'm sure they've got to figure out. If we've got double coverage on Hudson, how can we decoy him out and then open up Thrash or even Smith on the other side? And they've at least twice in this first half. He's been wide open. Maybe that's something that you have an opportunity to get Bridwell more involved in the particular scheme.
I just got a text from a good friend of mine, Brandon Turner, and kind of letting him know kind of how things are in the game. He's at an away game for his some other family members. And one of the things he pointed out, which really he's naming the game, but is a good point, that it's very sometimes tough to have a bye week when you're on a hot streak. The Tigers have been playing very effectively. 6 ball games, moving one after the other. Then you're off for 2 weeks after a huge win, and sometimes you're down a little bit. You're depressed. You got to make things come back again as you got a second half still to play.
Yeah, you can get yourself out of rhythm. Their 2 bye weeks came. We had a game, had a bye week, had a game, had a bye week, Well, maybe had 2 games and then another bye week, but it certainly feels like we've had much time off. And where that's good to heal your injuries, it has a tendency to possibly throw you out of sync, if you will.
We're going to take just a moment to go back to the station and let you hear more from our fine sponsors. About 4 spots back to the station. Come back and we'll let you hear that highlight of the pick 6 from earlier in the ball game. A little bit more of the bands, and continue to bring you all the fun of this rivalry game between the Troup High School Tigers and LaGrange High School Rangers live on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness. We're proud to be one of the gold sponsors for our local Paint the Town Pink Hope Walk event. Being involved in our community is part of our heart and soul. Speaking of the soul, you can own a 17 Kia Soul right now for only $15,888. Stop by and see our entire inventory at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or shop anytime at keyoflagrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19824. For award information, visit jdpower.com/cars.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
McLean Food Service is looking for you with immediate Class A route delivery driver positions available for their LaGrange distribution center with average earnings annually of $76,000 to $82,000. An A-Class CDL and 9 months of verifiable work experience are required. Visit joinmclean.com/LaGrange to apply. All positions with McLean requires a drug screening and background check. McLean Food Service is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. Got to commend my friend Jarrett Farrell and the entire LaGrange High School band. They just did a drum line with trash cans. That was one of the coolest, neatest things I think I've ever seen. So congratulations to them as they're bringing out all the stops tonight as kind of a little battle of the bands will be taking place here at halftime. The Troup High School band will be playing in just a few moments. But let's go back to the station. Scott, the station just texted me. They've got a cut of the play from earlier in the ballgame where Cubby was able to take the ball on an interception and take it all the way to the end zone. 8:37 left to go in the first quarter. No score in this contest so far. Rangers with the ball after they recovered a fumble by the Troup High School Tigers. Back to pass. Deep drop back. It's Crawford. Throws it across the middle. Bounces in the air. Pick off. It's a 30 to the 35, 40. 50, blocking ahead of him. He could go. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers! Kobe Hudson takes it all the way for the Tiger score.
That will be about a 76-yard interception and down the sideline. Pick 6 for Kobe Hudson.
And with the Tigers, that will be our only score. Trey Redford able to kick the extra point. And down on the field, little vocal stylings of one of the Granger Band faithful. And a great show by them. You mentioned that's something that the Granger community has been very, very proud of this band and the support they've had of all of their seniors. In fact, on the field are coming some of those seniors right now. And actually, I mentioned we'd heard from the Troup High Band. Actually, we will not tonight since it is senior night. The band will stay on the field, and they'll bring out some of the families in just a second. Let's go take another break. When we come back, we got lots more to talk about here at halftime. Troup High School Tigers leading 7-0 here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team.
Emory Southern Orthopedics well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Attention steak lovers! Your chance to buy awesome steaks right here in LaGrange is coming soon. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will be opening their doors soon. A premier full-service butcher shop offering beef, pork, and chicken that will be cut fresh daily to your exact liking. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will offer everything from individual cuts of meat to bulk packages for large gatherings. Tell your friends, family, and your neighbors to search and like Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange on Facebook today.
Kia.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Kia of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness. We're proud to be one of the gold sponsors for our local Paint the Town Pink Hope Walk event. Being involved in our community is part of our heart and soul. Speaking of the soul, you can own a 17 Kia Soul right now for only $15,888. Stop by and see our entire inventory at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or shop anytime at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19824. For award information, visit jdpower.com/cars.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as they are recognizing just a ton of seniors out there tonight, Greg, and it's a beautiful sight to see all of these young people that are being recognized, and Troup High Band getting a little bit of a rest. But also, as I sit for this vantage point at the top of the Eagles' nest here at the game, what a great crowd. Again, the LaGrange side full, the Troup side full. Looking at the Jackson Heating Air tents, there's lots of people down there, and just people as far as the eye can see here to support this community.
You know, it's always been one of these games that just has a lot of fan support, turnout, and it's just neat to see. You know, you got one team, one group that's 6-0 and one is 0-6, but you would never know that by the stadiums at capacity and standing room only around the north end zone. And heck, even the south end zone, man. There's people everywhere. So what a great crowd tonight, and something to be proud of for all of Troup County.
Well, Greg, we just got word that there was a little snafu with the locker room, that the Tigers couldn't get in the locker room until about 10 minutes that clicked off the clock at halftime. Wow, that sounds very odd, does it not?
What are you trying to say? Conspiracy theory?
Well,
no, who knows?
Well, I will say this. As many people know in the community, that LaGrange High got rolled last night. There was a toilet paper rolled around the high school. Of course, no one knows who did it, but there's some supposition. There's some supposition out there, but what could have happened. But that does raise the stakes a little bit, and sometimes you see little moments like that get that little extra to the ball game.
Right.
Colin, tell me to remind you, if you'll hold your mic up high, we might pick you up a little bit stronger.
Oh, do I need to stand up then?
Are you laying down on the field? You're laying down. You're sorry. Let me get a picture of that.
Down on the job. Yes. I know nothing about that last night. You say they got rolled. That's terrible. Terrible.
At the roly.
But anyway,
I know that wasn't you, because there would have been Mud Creek brand toilet paper thrown over everything if you'd had anything to do with it.
No, yes, we absolutely never would do anything like that, for sure. But anyway, a lot of fun through the years with these both teams. I think the Troup High School got egg last night, so I don't know which is worse, cleaning up toilet paper or trying to scrub rotten or dried egg off of stained glasses and stuff. Either way, it's a lot of fun there, and hopefully it never gets any worse than that. And the kids and wanting to have some fun like that in their rivalry. But I tell you, getting back to the football game, a lot of people, if you're just tuning in and you're thinking, man, what's the score? The score is 7-0 Troup at halftime. And 7-0, you say? Well, exactly. The Grangers have done a really nice job at defending the Tigers. They're double covering Kobe, dropping 8 deep in coverage, only rushing 3. And we're taking advantage of that with the run. But we just hadn't been able to put up any points offensively, even though we've been running the ball okay. We've had a couple of picks tonight and a couple of things that could have, should have been. But, we've had a couple of fumbles and a couple of picks. So we've had like 3 to 4 turnovers this first half. And LaGrange has really come to play tonight. So, that's what you get in a rivalry game. You never know. Troy goes and beats LSU last week, turns around and loses to South Alabama because, everybody got in their head that, hey, man, these guys are good. Well, guess what? If you're not focused, it doesn't matter who you're playing, no matter what the record is, you can have a letdown. So the Tigers have obviously got to make some adjustments at halftime, and let's because give kudos to LaGrange. They've certainly had a good game plan.
You're exactly right, Greg. Let's take another 4-spot set. Back to the station. We come back. We'll get more for you as we get ready for the second half of plays. The Tigers leading 7-0 here at Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
When a football team ends up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, and Greg, I also got Jackie Mormon, my son up here, who's been down with the Blue Crew tonight. Jackie, are the kids excited that they're only trailing by 7 here at the half?
I think that they're actually really surprised because there was a lot of chances that Troup had down here that I don't think that they thought were going to miss.
Right.
We also were super surprised that we got an interception down there that was pretty clutch. I don't know much about football, though.
Don't tell people that my son doesn't know much about football. You do know it's just soccer. It's really your sport. But Jackie has been down there. He came up to see us up here on top of the press box here. But I tell you one thing that I've been very surprised all year long is how faithful your fans and your friends have been to support this team. Y'all have a lot of fun down there, don't you?
We do. We don't really care what the score is. We just know that it's LaGrange High School, and it's the best high school ever.
And you want to continue to support them. Now, what the young man that's the drum major that gets all these guys so fired up, what's that young man's name?
Liam McDonald.
He does a great job of getting everybody fired up the whole game long, doesn't he?
Yes, it doesn't. It also helps that every girl in the school thinks he's amazing.
All right. Well, that's my son Jackie Mormon giving his commentary. Hopefully, Liam will go online and watch that on YouTube later and get to hear you say that.
I'll tell him tomorrow in first period.
All right. Well, actually not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. So
Monday in first period.
I'll let you have the day off. The Granger Band coming off the field, and we'll get started with the second half of play in just a few moments. Let's go ahead and take another 4-spot set back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
No ugly shirt now.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So,
Go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics. Signs of progress are all over town. Mayor Jim Thornton is running for re-election to keep moving forward and to make things better for all citizens.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I've proven what I can and will do in office. The people of LaGrange care about results. I ask you to look at my record: a growing economy, a safer community, and a great quality of life. Learn more at jimthornton.org.
Jim Thornton doesn't just talk. He gets things done. For progress and growth, Jim Thornton is your choice. Re-elect Jim Thornton as mayor of LaGrange. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has, 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange and in Hamilton.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices, see? Mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Woman, Greg Hicks, and I got to make sure I go over with what Jackie and I are going to talk about before we go on the radio, Greg. I think he may have let out some secrets that some of his friends didn't want to know. Do I have?
He did a good job. He said, "We don't know much." He said, "I don't know much about football. I just know it's the best high school." Hey, you gotta give kudos to him, man. He's going to support his high school, and if he doesn't know anything about football, not very much, he says, because he's been a soccer guy all his life, man. But he does know about football, right?
Yes, in the classic sense. You and I talked about this off the air one time. Jackie gave me a really neat explanation of why he struggles with it. He said, if we get to the end of a ball game, we're calling timeouts, we're going out of bounds, we're doing everything to stop the clock. He said in his sport, you play the whole time. You go from start to finish, and then you have a halftime, go to start to finish, and then your game's over. So we tend to do a lot with time in both football and in basketball.
That is correct. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of time, it seems like this halftime, anytime you've got things like homecoming and senior night tends to drag on, and so but again, as you said, you'd heard that the Tigers having a tough time getting in their locker room. Maybe it's good that they got a little extra time there at halftime. But yeah, it's always
also think about it, Greg. Think about a little extra motivation. Fine, you want to lock us out? We're gonna close the door on you.
That's right. I remember one of our former coaches at Troup High, got locked in the locker room down in Thompson one year, and it was the entire third quarter that one of the coaches got locked in the locker room. But that was needless to say, when he got out of the locker room, all the coaches on the sidelines wondering, where is he, man? It's the whole third quarter. What's going on? And
it's like he turned red.
Yeah. So finally he gets out of the locker room, and anyway, he was not a happy camper.
Well, right now, as we mentioned, we're at halftime. The Tigers are leading 7-0. And they'll be kicking the ball off to the Grangers. Grangers will have a number of players back deep, including number 88. He'll be back the deepest, and that's Logan Karcher. Karcher also does some of the punting duties for the Grangers, the kicking duties, excuse me. He had a big 50-yard return against Cartersville last week, Greg, so he's a dangerous young man back there deep.
That's right. What was the score last week? You talking about a rivalry game. Last week, of course, Cartersville wasn't anything about a rivalry. It's just amazing week to week how the emotions flow.
There goes the kick. It's going to go all the way into the end zone. Actually, he'll step back. They try to field it, but they'll step back into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20. The Grangers will have it there first and 10.
Yeah, make the referee do his job. I'm going to catch the ball and try to run it, and if you blow the whistle, I'll stop. Otherwise, I'm going to keep running.
Yeah. Well, you and this is a comment we've said many times over the years. Players want to play. They want to make a move. They want to make a mark. They want to do something special to help their team.
So the ball's resting on the end of the Grangers, and that's where they'll take it. Start this second half of play.
They'll start off with Crawford going under center. Put a man in motion back to this near side. Turns. Little trap going up to the far side. Good job of moving the ball up the field. About 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6.
They're going to give him maybe right at 3 yards. They're going to spot it on the 20, actually on the 23-yard line. They'll pick up 3 on that little inside trap play.
Crawford comes to the sideline to get his play from his coaches. Brings it to the huddle. They huddle about 5 yards off the ball. They'll break the huddle. They're moving right to left, driving towards the scoreboard. Crawford again under center, single back in the backfield, double wing set. He'll back up the pass, rolling to this near side, looking, throws it across the middle, and it's going to be knocked down. Falls incomplete. Looks like that's number 22 for the Tigers that knocked that down, and that's Tion Battle.
Tion Battle, he did pop it in the air, and I thought one of the Tigers might have come down with it, but that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for LaGrange.
The clock agrees with you this time, Greg. 11:19 left to go in the third quarter play. 7-0, as we mentioned. Grangers have the ball.
Getting a report from Milton Swanson here that Cartersville leading Sandy Creek 56-0 in the second quarter.
Wow. Ball's on the ground. Crawford struggling to get it. Let's see who picks it up.
I believe the Tigers may have taken it away. Let's see what happens.
Crawford struggled.
Tigers football.
He struggled earlier with the snap. He lost it that time. Tried to get down on it. The Tigers are going to get it. And a huge play because the ball is going to be inside the 20 for the Troup High School Tigers.
Actually, Crawford had his hands on it when he's going down. And I want to say Boykin came down and just snatched it away on the ground. What an excellent heads up by Boykin to be able to come up with that football.
So a turnover for the Grangers. 3 turnovers for the Tigers in the first half. Slowing things down there as the whistles blow.
Referee's going over and explaining it to Coach Burks what happened.
I think he said it was a fumble. So now here come the Tigers. Ball resting on the 19-yard line. They're heading into the end zone. Let's see what we got here. Again, they're leading 7-0, but the offense has not scored in this contest. Thrash will be wide to this near side.
Well, if anything, the referee got a lot of exercise that particular call.
He ran from one end of the field to the other. Smith is in the slot on this near side. Kobe wide out on the far side. It's going to be the handoff to Carlisle. Carlisle following this blocking, gets upfield. Picks up about 2, maybe 3. 2nd down.
Just following his blockers. One of the things that if LaGrange is going to give it to you, you just want to try to run the football. But as talked with Coach Paul Brewer coming out at halftime, you just got to be patient. Let's just take what they're giving us. Don't try to force things. What you know, we get a turnover on the first series.
Williams in at the tailback now. And it's going to be a handoff to him. Actually, no, Montez is going to pull it, head up the field, pops back to the inside, had a little room to the outside, but cuts back inside. Going to be right at a first down. Had to get across the 10. Let's see where they mark it.
They're going to mark it right on the 10, so it'll be 3rd down and call it a yard, long yard. You got to get down to just past the 9. Maybe the 9. This will be 3rd down in the yard for the Tigers.
Bridwell on the right. Handoff in the backfield. No, Crow going to pull it again. He gets down to the 6 this time. He'll just his big old lanky body laying down, and he'll pick up a first down and more.
Montez trying to do it all himself, and he'll get the first down. They're going to mark the ball on the 6-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and goal for the Tigers from the 6-yard line.
Some urgency by this offense. They're back to the line of scrimmage. Montez, he's got Carlisle to his left. Calls for it, takes it. Going to ride him in. He's going to keep the ball, looking, going to throw. And in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was a touchdown.
Jarrell Smith just simply bowed down and is like, wow, I missed that one. Right through his hands. I'm standing over here with Chip Metters, and we could hear the ball slip through his gloves. And you also wanted him to catch that ball so bad. But that would have been certainly a touchdown because he was in the end zone when it slipped through his hands. Nice little read by Montez. Faked the run, drew them all in, and Jarrell Smith was really wide open in the corner of the end zone.
Thrash will go in motion. Handoff into the line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That touchdown will go to Let me see. Jackson Davis. Jackson hadn't had a lot of playing time this year. He's been nursing an injury. He takes the ball 6 yards out, runs it straight up the gut for the Tigers' first offensive touchdown of the night with 9:56 to go in the third quarter. Your score, Troup Tigers 13, LaGrange Grangers 0. Carson Rayford set for the PAT.
Comes the snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers with 9:56 left to go in the third quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
56, Jeremiah Holloway, big young man, is injured on that play. They've got him off the field. And now here come the Grangers. Tigers will kick it off again. One of the T-shirts was shot up here on the roof, and some of the young guys are trying to get it. Of course, let's see if it's my size. If it's my size, I might have to keep it. All right, here we go. 9:56 left to go in the third quarter of play. Tigers will kick it off after they had a 6-yard touchdown a moment ago. Goes all the way into the end zone, and they'll whistle it did. Bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Grangers will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm standing down here in a goal. What his attempt is going to do, was he's going to put it here in what we call the coffin corner or try to go deep in the end zone. He was 2 yards deep in the end zone, so that's nice to be able to have that kind of leg.
Now, he is one of the unsung heroes of this team all year long. Had a long field goal attempt earlier that did fall incomplete. Had the distance just a little bit off the mark. So here come the Grangers. Once again, Crawford will stand at quarterback. Have two backs in the backfield. Unbalanced line right. Ball goes low and motion called. And I think that's a bit of a busted play, Greg.
Illegal procedure against LaGrange. You're right. Not only was it busted, but that'll back them up 5. It'll still be 1st down and 15 for LaGrange.
I think they had too many men on the line of scrimmage. As I look at it, they had just a guard and a tackle on this side and everybody else, student body right over there. You've got to have a few backs in the backfield. So they break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Twins coming to this near side. Wing to the right. A little more traditional setup here. Single back in the backfield behind Crawford. Crawford takes it, going back straight up the pass. Swing across the middle, complete. Complete to number 11, Jordan Ogletree, their leading receiver. And he pays for it as soon as he catches the ball.
I tell you what, Dedrick Tucker's taking his time getting off the ground. He grabs his arm coming up. I don't know. That was a good stick, but he's grabbing his arm coming off. Let's see what the trainers have to say about that.
He's not going to the table right now. They're just kind of talking to him on the sideline. Then they're going to walk him over and get him checked out. Granger's looking at a 2nd down and 1 after a great reception by Ogletree to pick up almost all they needed for the 1st down. Turn, handoff, hit, spun at the 31, but that's going to be enough for the 1st down.
I'm getting reports from Tony Walls and Jeff Buchanan. It says 14-7, Hurd at halftime. Callaway sloppy. 3 turnovers in Hurd territory. Hurd gets the ball in the second half. Lots of penalties. Hope we play better in the second half. You know what? Ditto. We the same thing.
The 2 winning programs in town both not playing their best game.
Yeah, it's funny how when you get the situation like both teams are in tonight, never know.
A great tackle in the backfield as they're going to roll to the right. And you got to love the way the Tigers are playing in a situation like that. Kevin Martin makes the tackle in the backfield.
You know, I was going to say, we talked about Kevin earlier. Said we hadn't seen his name, hadn't talked about him very much, and all of a sudden he just comes railing through the line of scrimmage and makes a tackle in the backfield. That loses about 5, maybe 6 yards. Ball spotted on the 26-yard line for LaGrange. 2nd and 15.
They're going to split Ogletree wide to this near side. His big move has been that inside slant.
Ball's on the ground.
They're going to try to hand off in the line this time. And let's see, I think the Grangers may have gotten back on it. They'll slowly unpile the Jenga pile there. And it is a Granger that comes off the bottom of the pile. In fact, it's number 7 for the Grangers, Trez Delaney. He was the running back that struggled with the ball. So another loss for them. 3rd down and 14 to get a first down. 7:52 left to go in the third quarter play. 14-0 your score. Tigers leading. Ogletree will come out wide to this near side. Crawford will go back under center, wing to the right, single back to the backfield. Actually, a wing, double wing set. Wing from the far side comes in motion. Crawford fakes the handoff, throws it down the middle of the field, and it's going to fall incomplete, but they almost could have thrown a pass interference call on us as we hit just a little bit early before the ball got there.
Kobe Hudson almost had that picked off. Keem Makuta's getting up, kind of grabbing his right wrist and his elbow, kind of shaking it off. I didn't quite see what happened. I know that it was a real good fake, and Crawford was able to roll out and virtually throw it untouched. So their punter will stand on about the maybe 12.5-yard line.
Yeah, Kuhn comes back in to punt the ball away for the Grangers again. It's going to be Hudson back deep for the Tigers. No rush. We're going to try to return this one. Bounces. Kobe's thinking about it, but he's going to back away from it. It'll be down at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. 30 seconds back to the station. 14-0 your score with 7:18 left to go in the third quarter play on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue on LaGrange and in Hamilton.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tigers come out in an option on 1st down and run it to perfection. They pitch it to Jackson Davis, who picks up a 1st down near the 40-yard line. Now there's the snap. Handoff into the line again. It's going to be Davis, the ball carrier again, across the 45 to the 46.
That'll be another 6-yard. They picked up 15 the first time, and I can see Coach Holt on the sidelines. Let's go. Let's get some high tempo in here, trying to get Jackson out and bring Carlisle in. Actually, Trey Williams steps into the backfield.
Also disrupt this Granger defense, who's played a little bit better, played so well in the first half, Montez fakes the handoff, keeps it himself to the 50, picks up the 1st down across the 50 to the 48. Quickly he runs back, and he's going to set this offense back up.
He'll pick up about 5 yards, and Holt, you see him on the sideline. Let's go. Let's roll it. So he's trying to catch the Grangers, getting them tired, really see if he can get them out of sync on the defense.
They're kind of in disarray now as Williams going to go to the outside, takes the handoff, cuts up the middle of the field to the 40. Still on his feet to the 35-yard line, and another 1st down for the Tigers.
Oh, what a good run by Trey Williams. He way downfield, changes hands, changes ball across his body into different hands, and shows good balance as they're going to spot the ball on the 35-yard line.
There's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Williams. Montez going to run himself again. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6.
Again, trying to get Montez up. He gets up. He drops back. He says, all right, what's the next play? Jackson Davis comes in. Trey Williams rolls out as Kobe Hudson walks over toward the wide-out position. Offensive line comes to snap position.
Jarrell Smith in at the slot thrash to this wide side. Going to throw it across the middle to Kinley Bridwell. Bridwell to the 10. Still on his feet down to the 5-yard line. And a beautiful play call as we've been running, and now we hit the tight end dump right across the middle of the field.
You know what? They've been playing, waiting, and it worked out great. That's the third throw to Bridwell, the third catch, and he rumbles down. He catches it on about the 16-yard line, runs it all the way down to the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Tigers.
Twins to this near side. Man wide to the far side. Going back to Davis. Davis hits the line. Drives. Looking for the call.
Tigers.
Touchdown, Tigers! A delayed reaction by the officials as they let that line push until Jackson Davis puts it into the end zone.
You know, I was looking at big 62 and 67, Colby Harry and Gabe Hubbard, and they just simply kind of remind me of big two heavyweights, and of course they are in wrestling, and they just pushed the whole Granger pile into the end zone, and Davis just followed them in there. It'll be 20-0 Tigers awaiting Carson Rayford's PAT.
Here comes snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-0 with 5:34 left to go in the third quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Signs of progress are all over town. Mayor Jim Thornton is running for re-election to keep moving forward and to make things better for all citizens.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I've proven what I can and will do in office. The people of LaGrange care about results. I ask you to look at my record: a growing economy, a safer community, and a great quality of life. Learn more at jimthornton.org.
Jim Thornton doesn't just talk. He gets things done. For progress and growth, Jim Thornton is your choice. Re-elect Jim Thornton as mayor of LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. The only people that might be a little disappointed at that drive was the defense, because that was only a minute 52 off the clock, Greg. 5:34 left to go in the third quarter, 21-0, and the Tigers will kick it off again. This is the third kickoff for Rayford in this second half of play, and it's going to go just like all the others into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Grangers will have it 1st and 10. Grangers played so valiantly in the first half, stymieing this Tiger offense, but Coach Holt seems to have gotten things moving in a little bit different direction for the Tiger offense. They've scored twice in just this third quarter. There's Greg.
So the LaGrange will start with the ball on the 20-yard line as they come up the line of scrimmage. 21-0, Tigers on top.
Single back set, double wing. Actually, the wing's going back up in the backfield. A little problem with the handoff as they've gone to a different quarterback. That's number 8, DeAndre Towns.
And now he's going out, Jack, or either he's going to the sidelines to get another play.
Well, they're bringing now number 12, who's not on my roster now. Actually, he just went to get the play. That's Towns will stay in at quarterback. So Crawford may be done for tonight, play the first half. Let's split a man wide to this near side. Towns will go under center. Put a man in motion from the far side. Turn. Hand the ball off. Actually, fake the handoff. He's going to try to run the option. Ball's on the ground. Tigers have it inside the 20.
What a great job coming through there. King Makuta, Detrick Tucker. Wow, a host of Tigers. Khalif Thornton in the backfield. Macinda Stafford just strips the ball 4 yards deep in the backfield. Tigers take over on the 18-yard line of the Grangers.
The inexperience of the quarterback, DeAndre Towns, who's just a sophomore, really showed there. Faked the handoff, a lot of time on that option, and it just did not work out for them at all as the timeout's called by the Grangers. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 21-0 your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 4:37 left to go. As the clock's already ticking, but the ball hasn't snapped yet. That's odd. Tiger's going to throw it towards the corner. Going to say he was out of bounds as he made the catch. The catch was made, but it's going to fall incomplete because he was out of bounds as he made it.
That was Jamari Thrash that actually made that catch. I'm way across on the other sidelines. It looks like he probably was a foot outside. Can't say that he wasn't hit, going up in the air, and when he came down, he was being hit simultaneously. But at any rate, second down and 10 for the Tigers. They can still get a first down inside the 5-yard line.
Yep. Fake the handoff, throw it across the middle. And did he make the catch, Greg?
Kenley Brewell, fourth catch in a row. He actually catches the ball because it's down, and he actually slid into the end zone, but he caught the ball on the 1-yard line, and so they're going to call him down on the 1 foot line. So the Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage to see what they can do.
Handoff into the line, going around the right side. And Greg just make a big play.
Well, actually, he gave it to Trey Williams. Didn't quite get in the end zone. He might have lost a couple of feet. It depends on where they're going to spot it. They're still going to spot it on the 1, so maybe he lost the length of a football.
Give big credit to Daz Williams making that tackle.
Second down and goal for the Tigers. 21-0. Tigers looking to put another 6 on the board.
There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Going to air it out.
Touchdown.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Kobe Hudson with a catch right from his wide out position.
You had a set of twins out here to the left, Jack. Kobe took a step in and just did a little rub route, went inside. Montez caught it. As soon as he took the snap, drilled it inside. Kobe stepped inside, grabbed the catch for the touchdown Tigers. 27-0 with 3:45 left in the third quarter.
Kobe with the TD. And now here comes our point after attempt. And I think we got a little different kicker.
Yeah, looks like we've got
Cal Foster?
Cal Foster out there.
Yeah.
And a little confusing here. What are they talking about? Let's see.
All right, here we go. Here comes the snap. Hold. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 28-0. This is, wow, a lot of scoring being done by the Troup High School Tigers here in this third quarter of play. 28-0 with 3:45, 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has, 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue on LaGrange and in Hamilton.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
3 touchdowns for the Troup High School Tigers in this third quarter of play. There's the big kick. It's going to stay inbounds this time. Fielded at the 2 by the Grangers to the 10, to the 15. Stutter steps, goes down just short of the 20, and that's where the Grangers will have it first and 10.
We talk about kicking in the end zone or in this little coffin corner, and that's exactly what they did and held the Grangers just inside the 20-yard line. I hear a lot of whistles blowing, but, there's a flag at about midfield, Jack, maybe the 45-yard line.
Yep.
That's about where the front line of the Tigers would meet the defensive line of the Grangers. It's first down Grangers, but I didn't catch the call as I look up.
So pick up the ball and advance it.
They're going to mark it off against the Tigers. Maybe we've got a personal foul. That's 10. maybe we've got a holding or something there way out in midfield. There really shouldn't have been anything over there. Maybe you've got a holding situation.
Well, regardless, the Rangers are going to get 10 more yards up the field to the 30. And here they come.
Ball's on the ground.
Problem again with the snap as the quarterback's going to roll back and back and just swarmed by Tiger defenders.
Something must be wrong with Crawford. You have to question. He went out on that fumble recovery by Andy Boykin. We hadn't seen him last series nor this series. It seems like LaGrange is having kind of trouble handling the snap and the exchange of center to quarterback. And you got to wonder, where's Crawford and why is he not out here?
Well, all season long, Greg, as I've had a chance to talk to Coach Burks on our radio show Monday night, they've been struggling to find the answer at the quarterback position. They've rolled about 4 or 5 guys in there, including some of the younger players in that. Maybe what they're doing tonight is trying to get some of these younger guys an opportunity. As, again, a little bit of problem in the backfield. They're going to go around the right side, lose yardage back to the 20. And that's what the Rangers will be looking at, 3rd down and about 18.
Good job by Andy Boykin and King Makuta that time as they both kind of teamed up on him. Reached out and tackled him with an arm. That just shows the weight program has been benefiting the Tigers over the last 2 years. One Glisson took over. He said, we were kind of weak physically, and when you can reach out and tackle a kid with an arm, that's pretty good.
No doubt. Rangers once again will back up to pass, throw it way down the field. Did he pick it off? Just almost picked up by the Tigers.
Kobe Hudson.
He wanted that one bad.
He jumped up, maybe 15 feet in the air and didn't quite get it, though.
Man, he was high.
Yeah, he was. Got a number 55 for LaGrange. Is slow to get up. He's hobbling off now, and it looks like he might obviously shaking up of some kind, but it looks like he was favoring his left leg, but maybe he's got a wind knocked out of it.
Senior Tyrese Thornton is that young man.
So the punter will be sitting on the 9-yard line. Hudson stands at midfield, maybe the 48-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, Greg, let's see Crawford. He's on the sideline, looks fine, and he's just kind of has his helmet off, and we're going to field it back at the 42. He seems fine, Greg. Looks like they're just trying some different things in the backfield tonight.
2:10 left in the third quarter. Your Tigers up 28-0. Not a lot of action in the first half. Kobe Hudson picked off a pass and ran it 76 yards for the only score of the Tigers in the first half as they went into halftime 7-0. But since then, they've come out blazing on offense. Had a turnover, turned it over, and 2 turnovers resulted in 2 touchdowns. And now you're looking at 28-0 for the Tigers as they take back over the football on the 41-yard line.
So here they come. Rangers put that 3-man front. We're back in a little bit of a prevent here. They're going to fake the handoff, throw it across the middle, complete on the slant route. And we're going to trip down. We had a great opportunity there as Kobe makes the reception across the middle of the field, slips down across the 50, and really wasn't touched.
Remember I told you about those ripples in the carpet. I believe that has something to do
with it. That's what carpet ripples will get you every time. Montez from his shotgun set takes it. Going to hand the ball off to Davis. Davis finding some running room across the 40. He's hit down at about the, we'll call it 38-yard line. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Again, Hope trying to rush up the offense.
Tell you what, nice to see Davis in. He's a nice wrinkle to add between Williams and Carlisle. He's a fast back in that backfield.
Yeah, I like the way he runs the football too now.
He's definitely a north-south runner. Going to fake it to Trey, and they're going to sack Montez for the first time tonight.
Montez, that's one of those RPOs where he just basically pulled the ball from Trey. Probably should have given it to him. I think he was hoping that something else was going to happen and he would have the opportunity to pull that ball and take it up the gut. It just didn't happen. And you got to. I'd love to go back and see the film because I wonder if the interior lineman, our offensive lineman, maybe just kind of relaxed a little bit on that play. You can't let up on any play for sure.
Jeremiah Holloway made the tackle. He also sacked one time the big quarterback for Cartersville, Lawrence, last week. Ill-advised pitch by the Tigers that time on the as we go on the option around the far side, and we do have a Granger down on the play. But that was kind of ugly there, Greg.
didn't really like. I think that's 55. No, that's not 55. Maybe not. It's 50 something. But didn't really like what Montez had up his sleeve that time. He faked it. Obviously, he had the option. He turns it upfield and he jumps up in the air and he kind of tosses it backwards, kind of a toss back rather than a pitch back.
Right.
And it was kind of behind the line of scrimmage. We had no choice but to fall on the football, losing yards, and just didn't look like a good play. Just kind of had it mixed up a little bit.
Is there a timeout? I think the officials are saying there's no timeout, guys. We got to play.
Yeah, I don't know what happens. The Tigers are changing the football over for sure. Yeah, it's kind of one of those odd things. Well, LaGrange had a kid that was and I know he was 50-something.
But he came off the field under his own power.
Yeah, and maybe it was one of those things everybody just kind of like they expected the officials to call an injury timeout or something. I don't know.
Well, the Tigers will punt the ball away. Carson Rayford will step onto the field. He'll be standing about the 40-yard line to kick it. His first punt of the night. There's a snap. Low snap, bounces up to him. Fields it well. Gets it off. And it's going to be fielded and knocked out of bounds down about the 16-yard line. And the Grangers will have it their first and 10 with 17 seconds left to go in this third quarter. We'll keep it here as the Tigers have scored 3 times in this quarter, 28-0, as we're getting ready to go into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was one of those. That was one of those. You would have been just as well off to let it hit. He was going, and had he just let it hit, it would have probably gone out of bounds. But he ran the risk of he actually caught it, but he bobbled it, and it kind of fell through his arms, and he kicked it out of bounds. But it was one of those things that you probably should have just backed up and let the ball hit. But to Lucky, his favorite went out of bounds. So the Grangers will start first and 10 from the 11-yard line.
17 seconds left to go in the third. 28-0 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Here come the Grangers. Tigers making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Hand off to this near side. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Trying to find something on the far side. Oh, my goodness. That was maybe not the best choice he could have made because as he came back across the field, Vicente Stafford just put a big old stick on him.
Between him and Khalif Thornton just really waylaid him. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
Quarter ends with the Tigers scoring 3 times in the third. 28-0 is your score as we go to the fourth. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
If you're a renter, you may never know why your landlord starts lawn care at 7 a.m. every Sunday. Or why your car is the goal line for the neighbor kids' soccer games. You may also not know State Farm can save you hundreds by combining your auto and renter's insurance. So protect your car and your stuff with one good neighbor, your State Farm agent. It could save you time and money. One more way, we're here to help life go right.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
Signs of progress are all over town. Mayor Jim Thornton is running for re-election to keep moving forward and to make things better for all citizens.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I've proven what I can and will do in office. The people of LaGrange care about results. I ask you to look at my record: a growing economy, a safer community, and a great quality of life. Learn more at jimthornton.org.
Jim Thornton doesn't just talk. He gets things done. For progress and growth, Jim Thornton is your choice. Re-elect Jim Thornton as mayor of LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. Here come the Grangers. Going to go around the far side, and oh my goodness gracious, the Tiger defense has come to play in this second half.
They was on the field a lot, but I believe they obviously made some offensive adjustments as well as some defensive adjustments. They knew they could play better than that offensively, but surely defensively felt like they was giving LaGrange a little bit too much running room up the middle. And but I tell you, LaGrange, when they try to go up the middle, they've had better success than when they try to go out the corners.
Yep. We're in the fourth quarter of play. 11:26 left to go. Tigers leading 28-0. A strong first half showing by the LaGrange High School Grangers. Moved the ball fairly well in some spots. Backing up to pass. Are the Grangers going to air it out? And it's going to be out of bounds. Intended for their receiver number 11, Jordan Ogletree. And now they'll bring out the punting team as they'll have to punt the ball away. And again, on that series, they did have Charles Crawford back in. So at least I think they would want to try to avoid any more fumbles or that sort of thing, as they were struggling with that with the previous quarterback.
So Hudson will be standing at midfield. Standing on the sideline talking to J. Brody Messer, and he says, hey, they told us at halftime, you know what, we're going to run the football. But what we've seen over the 3 touchdowns they've scored is a little bit of combination of running and passing.
The run setting up the pass. Ball falls right at the 50, going out of bounds right down the 50-yard line. Could have been much perfect than that.
It hit a Granger. He came up. Kobe was calling for a fair catch. He couldn't quite make it because the Granger was kind of what they call it in that little 3-foot circle, and it hit off one of the Granger's backs and bounced directly 90 degrees out of bounds. And so they're going to show it somewhere on around the 49-yard line of LaGrange. As the referee's getting he's giving Glisson an update. All right. So the Tigers will take over.
There's some sort of call against the Grangers.
I think it has to do with the punt hitting the player in the back.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. Maybe had a push in the back because that's going to move that's a 10-yard penalty, and surely you're not going to penalize. Actually, that's a 15-yard penalty. Wow. Let's see what he said, Jack. You going to stop? Turn the microphone on, referee.
You're closer to him. You can hear him better than I could.
Wow. All righty.
I think
I get an update on what that was.
I think he's already made his call, but it looked like a block in the back is what he was indicating. So now he'll go back over to his spot, and here come the Tigers. Whistles the play in. There's the snap. Turn handoff to Williams. Williams going to fight all the way over inside the 25. He'll get all the way to the 24-yard line.
Nice little run by Williams. He takes the ball, cuts off a left guard over there behind Kobe Harry, and is twists and turns his way down for about an 8-yard gain. Actually, they're going to give him a first down on that one, Jack.
Had some boisterous fellas up here on top. I had to help them to quiet down just a little bit so we could do the broadcast. Handoff going around the right side to Williams again. Williams to the 20. He's not brought out of bounds down inside the 20 at about the 17, Greg?
He steps out of bounds at about the 17 and about a foot out of bounds trying to plant and come back in. So they'll spot him at the 17 for the Tigers.
Tigers with another nice drive. And Coach Holt's got to move it to the line so quick. And this is something they practice, Greg. This is not something that's just happening. They plan for these situations. Montez looking back, gets the call, makes an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Lets his tailback know what he's going to do. Backs up, airs to the corner. Got a man there. Thrash with a touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers!
Just a little fade route to Jamari Thrash in the corner of the end zone. Saw that he had been reading that corner all night. Corner had tight coverage on him. He just simply darted right by him. Montez laid it up for a nice little pitching, toss and catch for a touchdown, Tigers. 34-0. Tigers finally coming alive in the second half.
So Foster will come out to kick the point after touchdown. 34-0, as you mentioned. We're going to try to make it 35. The fifth score, 4 for offense, 1 for defense. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 35-0 with 10:21 left to go in this contest. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. And Tigers going to be kicking the ball off once again. Score is 35-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. And they look more like what we expect out of the Tigers in the second half for sure. Rayford waits for the whistle, and there it is. He'll step up and get the kick. Nice line drive kick going into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and the Grangers will have it their 1st and 10, and that's been the story of the second half. Coach Holt making a lot of adjustments for the offense, running the ball, setting up the pass. Pass has been effective, but the touchdowns have mostly come on runs. Still Tiger faithful, plenty of them across the way. A lot of Granger fans still here tonight on senior night for them. They're enjoying the festivities for sure. I have to watch out for my son who's down in the blue crew, make sure he's doing all the right things. Grangers, a lot of transition movement in the backfield. Thought we'd have a flag on that play, but instead the Tiger defense will make a big stop right there in the middle of the field. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage maybe. Bring it up 2nd down and 10. Greg may need to change out his batteries. I don't know if he's got it working on the far side.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry.
There you are.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking about the radio batteries or my batteries?
Yeah, well, whichever ones that make you talk. How about that? Crawford going to back up to pass. Straight drop back. Throws across the middle of the field. Incomplete. And they've had that play against the Tigers going all night long. The reception is made by number 12, Jordan Ogletree.
You're right. We're starting to see some kind of number 2s for the Tigers if you look in. Obviously 20 and you got 43 and now 41. Some of the kids that are not starters, they're getting them in there. So, granted, that play's been there all night long, but be the 1st down for LaGrange on the 32-yard line.
35-0. Old draw play that works pretty effectively. It'll be Cornell Kendrick get the carry, get about 4 yards up the field, 2nd and 6. 35-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 9:08 left to go in this contest. As we mentioned, a lot of Troup High School Tiger fans. A couple of reunions that are here today. T.J. Abner texted me earlier in the day, a graduate of Troup High School, president of his class, getting things together for them. Back up to pass again of the Grangers, and a completed pass again. Same pass as earlier, but it's Logan Karcher making the reception this time. They'll move the ball down the field across the 50.
Yeah. All right, so who's 41 there, Jack?
For us?
Yes.
41 is Hamilton Bedingfield.
Yes, and
Michelle Bedingfield's son.
Okay.
Does a lot of great work in our community. Quick out, complete to Karcher again. Karcher to the 40, going out of bounds just short of the 35 to the 36. They're going to wind the clock. They're going to say he did not go out of bounds before he was taken down. They'll continue to go. Crawford with his arm trying to move the Grangers down, and appreciate the hard work he's doing to keep this offense moving. Here they come once again. Crawford under center. Double wing set. The Tigers showed blitz, and they were all over him as the ball comes loose. And we're going to run down the field across the 45. And it's King Makuta who's upset because he saw end zone. But instead, he's going to fall down across the 45, tripped by that wave of rubber pellets that Greg was talking about.
Well, they work on that play, but at least he didn't fumble this time, Jack.
That's true.
A couple of weeks ago against Sandy Creek, he tried to advance one and fumble it for the Tigers. But at any rate, Tigers, another turnover. King Makuta takes it down to the Granger 44-yard line is where they'll have it spotted. 7:55 to go in this ball game. Tigers looking to add another touchdown.
I'd love to see him just run the ball, and run clock. Crow will stay in. He'll have a back to his left. 3-man front. They'll walk out an outside linebacker for the Grangers. Showing blitz by him. Crow dodges him. Throws all the way to the end zone, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. Thrash was there. Needed about 2 steps to get there. But it's going to be overthrown.
Yeah, they may run the ball a little bit, but I believe that they're trying to loosen that secondary up a little bit where they can run the football, trying to put another 6 on the board. I don't think the Tigers have any intention of not scoring. I think they really want to put another touchdown on the board.
I think you may be correct, sir. 7:46 left to go. 35-0 in favor of the Tigers. Montez swings it out to his tailback. who makes a move and is brought down back at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Grangers to read that one out.
They're going to put the ball on the 45-yard line. It should be about third and really, 11 maybe?
Yeah, because we lost a yard on that one.
Pardon me?
We did lose a yard on that one, so it'll be 3rd and 11. All right. Montez will have Davis back there in the backfield with him. Play clock is not on. Not sure what's going on with that. Maybe some problem with the play clock. Snap. Back up to pass. Lots of time. Throws it way down the field. Has a receiver who makes the go. Did he keep it? Yes, he makes the catch.
Mark Anthony Dixon.
He bobbled it a little bit, brought it into his breadbasket before he went down, just shy of the 16-yard line.
You know, and he had Kenley Bridwell really just wide open, straight down the hash marks as well. But it's one of those things where when he took the snap, he already knew where he was going to go with it. 1st down and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Crow takes it quickly out to Thrash. Thrash stays inbound. Wow, hit late. And the official reached for his flag but changed his mind, I guess, late this ball game as he goes out of bounds at the 15.
Well, and the clock being up by 30 points will continue to run in the 4th quarter as well.
Yep. Rangers sadly have been used to that in their second halves. Crow looks over the sideline, gets his call. Again, as we mentioned, we don't have a play clock running right now. I think they need to hurry up and get this one off. Crow counting his lineman, make sure he's got everybody out there. Calls for it. Takes it, backs up the pass, looking, lots of time. Across the middle, we slide down. We're going to be incomplete and try to throw it to the slot receiver on the far side.
Kobe Hudson was just coming in on a hard slant and was able to. He was sliding down and the ball hit him. Looks like an elbow, inside of his elbow, and just bounced out. Kind of hit him in the elbow as he was simultaneously hitting the ground. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. Ball's resting right on the 15-yard line.
As we mentioned, 35-0. 5:56 left to go. Credit to the Grangers with a solid effort in the first half. Tigers, though, have brought what they usually bring in the second half, though. As Grangers are going to jump off sides, I think. No, actually, they're going to call it against the Tigers. So we drew them off sides.
Yeah, we had Colby out here kind of jump the gun a little bit. Everybody else behaved themselves. It looks like Colby calls the Tigers 5 on that, so it'll back up to the 20-yard line.
Give Montez a little bit more field to work with. We'll spin it to the positive. Here they come back to the line of scrimmage. Williams will be in the backfield with Montez. Trips to his right. Takes it, looking left the whole time. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, gets back to the line of scrimmage, throws before he gets to the line of scrimmage, goes over the intended receiver's head, and that'll be incomplete.
Yep, he's trying to throw it in the back corner of the end zone, but they were actually, there's a flag on the far side of the field. They were calling for a field goal unit, but let's see what the penalty is.
Could be some interference back there. White hat needs to get out from the crowd. It's hard to see what he's calling.
Well, they're going to show the spot on about the 19.5-yard line. They're trying to agree with where the spot of the football is and then what they're going to do with it. Let's see, what does the white cap say?
It's going to be a legal man downfield against the Tigers.
Montez crossed the line of scrimmage on his throw is what it is.
Okay.
So they're going to be attempting a field goal. So Carson Rayford will place the tee down on looks like the 27. So we're looking at a 37-yard field goal attempt.
Tigers sit up. A whistle there to stop the play. Let's see what we got. They didn't mark off the penalty.
Yeah, that probably would help.
Yeah.
So
not us.
42-yard attempt.
Kind of like that the guys got down the field. Let's try to set this up quickly. So now the ball will rest on about the 25, and he'll be kicking from right at the 32. Snap, hold, kick is up. Got the distance.
Yes.
Goes through for the score. Tack on 3 with 5:31 left to go in this ball game.
Plenty of leg on that, too. It did just cross the upright. It went probably 10, 15 yards down deep. So that 42-yarder could have been a good, might have even been a 50-yarder for sure.
It's a great weapon we may need later on in the season.
It's nice to see Carson be able to come through with a long field goal like that. He's been fighting it a couple of times.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Rayford will kick the ball off. It'll go into the end zone. They'll pull it out to the 20, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10. And now the bands from both sides have their rhythm sections playing, get the kids excited and dancing and moving. The Granger Band and their Blue Crew with the dance moves going on. On the far side, same thing for the Tiger Band. And just a great celebration of our community tonight between these two teams.
Tell you what, a tough game up in Franklin, 21-21. Callaway and Hurd tied with 9 minutes left in that ball game.
Woo! A timeout's called on the field at 5:30. We'll take it with them. 38-0 is your score. The Troup High School Tigers leading. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Looking back, here come the Grangers on 1st down. They're going to try to run around the end, and a face mask will go against the Tigers as they grab the face mask of the running back, number 24, Chris Beasley.
A lot of young Tigers out there, Jack. You probably don't recognize any of these guys out there as far as what we've seen all year long, so they're given an opportunity to get a little playing time.
Gotta like that. Looking to see what they're going to do to move the ball. I believe that was a face mask in the backfield. It's going to be declined. Oh, offsetting penalty, excuse me. There was a hold in the backfield and also the face mask. So offset. 38-0 is our score with 5:18 left to go. As the Tigers will send Crawford back out onto the field. A 1st down for them from the 20.
I was just talking to Carson Rayford, and that's the furthest field goal he's had in a live football game, 42 yards.
Congratulations to him. Mans goes in motion back to the far side. They're going to place will be whistled dead.
Yeah, having a little trouble on the snap. I don't know why the whistle was blown, though, Jack. Do you?
I don't either. They'll lose a yard, so it's 2nd down.
From my vantage point, I saw the quarterback take the snap, ball hits the ground, he picks it up, and they blew the whistle.
Usually you got to put a knee down to get along with that. Clock continues to tick. 4:33 left to go. Crawford back to pass. There's a man in his face. He's going to be sacked back there.
Donovan Beasley, I believe. No, is that 36? That's not Donovan Beasley, is it?
Hold on, let me grab my little roster here. 36 is going to be Jeremiah Holston.
Jeremiah Holston gets in there and does a well of a job beating the guy off the line of scrimmage and sacks for that ball is going to be inside. What is it, marked at about the 14-yard line?
Yep, right at the 14. Clock continues down to 4 minutes left to go. 38-0 in favor of the Tigers. A lot of folks joining us now as they're in their cars, so thank you for joining us as you're listening to the game. Crawford turns, hands the ball to the tailback coming from the far side. Finds a hole at the 20. Going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. And a diving free safety. I'll try to get his number for you.
A lot of new faces out there, a lot of new numbers, and some that we just...
Number 41 is the diving. Hamilton Bedingfield brings him down. Granger's sitting in a few new folks as well, as they're going to be short of the first down, so they'll have to punt the ball away.
So Macenta Stafford will come back. They're going to let him try to return one.
Granger's kind of taking their time getting their team back on the field.
3 minutes left in the ball game. Your Tigers up 38-0. So he's asking, Coach Truitt's asking Stafford to come up a little bit. Granger's hadn't really had a lot of lengthy punts tonight.
A lot of bounces that have gone their way.
You're right. I was just going to say, and delay of game, and they're going to, well, you know, it's tough, guys, because for whatever reason, the play clock's not been running at least the second half that we can see, Jack.
No, it has not.
And then that kind of, when you're struggling getting your punting team in and getting the right personnel, next thing you know, boom, 25 seconds gone.
Of course, our punt return team returns a lot of our starters back to the field. We still line up in basically a 4-4 defense. Kuhn will step up, get the ball off. His best punt tonight. And Stafford will take it and catch it. He'll fall down at the 40, but that's what the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. We'll keep it here with 2:36 left to go in the contest, 38-0.
Yeah, that's a good point you make, because as I was telling you, Coach Truitt was asking Stafford to come up, because he hadn't been really kicking, and all of a sudden, boom, he gets his best punt off the night. So Stafford has to turn his wheels on and roll back and falls on it on the 40-yard line.
We'll have a little bit of personnel change in the backfield for the Tigers, too, as number 18, Sidney Lawson, will step in at the quarterback position. Lawson will take it, hand the ball off. I think we got a movement by the Tigers. New quarterback, new cadence, and kind of throws things off a little bit.
Yeah, illegal motion on the Tigers, trying to get things rolling a little bit quicker.
So they'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 now. 2:28 left to go in this contest.
Sidney Lawson in at quarterback now. He's a junior transfer out of Harris County, trying to get him ready for next season, take over as the number 1.
Handoff going around the right side to Davis. Davis going to get about 2 yards up the field.
Even though he runs out of bounds, the clock continues to run. 38-0, your Tigers ahead. 2 minutes left in this ball game.
It's really been a tale of two halves, Greg. 7-0 was our score at halftime. The Granger defense holding well against this highly talented Tiger offense.
It's funny. I was just thinking the same thing. Wow, tale of two halves. Tigers just looked like a different ball team in the second half.
Lawson takes it, going to swing it out, and it's going to go behind him, and it goes out of bounds. So they'll actually mark it where it goes out of bounds because that was a lateral.
I tell you what, I know he's talking to Jackson Davis, but I'm thinking, please, ball scoot out of bounds. You're right. See, that's actually going to back the ball up, the line of scrimmage up to the 25-yard line. So the Tigers have got to back up because that was a lateral that went out of bounds. So that line of scrimmage goes a loss for the Tigers.
Intended for Luke Purnell. So here come the Tigers again, 3rd and a whole bunch. About 26 yards to get a first down. Lawson takes a step over, gets behind his center, takes a snap, going to ride his back into the line scrimmage. He'll burst forward for about 4, maybe 5 yards to the 30, and they'll bring up 4th down.
Now let's see what the Tigers are going to do. And Glissan's bringing them off the field, so they'll send in the punting team.
Try to make sure we got good coverage.
They might even, he's running the clock. He's calling the punt team over, so he might even take a delay of game. Just, and maybe not, but he's got them over here on the sideline counting them. So who knows?
He's a crafty one now.
By the time they get out there and get set, it'll be right at the 25-second mark for sure.
We're under a minute now. The clock continues to tick.
Of course, the Tigers have 3 timeouts. Rangers have 2. Under a minute now. So now Boehm's coming off. So
had 1 too many.
Yep. Expect the whistle to be blow any second now. I'm surprised that already blown.
There's the snap. Rangers jump off sides. And Rayford's running the ball. He's running to the sideline before he's brought out of bounds over on the far side as a Granger jumped off sides, was in the backfield of the ball before the ball was snapped. They don't throw a flag, though.
No, but you can see, I don't know that I've ever seen Carson's eyes that big. He was running for his life, for sure.
I'm seeing his dad, Mike Rayford, down the way. And
hey, Mike, love Carson's wheels on that one. Love Carson's wheels.
Mike's eyes are big up here, too.
Yeah. What that'll do is 26.7 seconds left in this contest. And
they'll stop it for the transition.
Yeah, let's see what LaGrange tries to do on if they're going to throw it to the end zone or try to run it.
Well, they'd love to score,
I mean, hey, absolutely. Try to. You got basically all the number 2s in here on defense for the Tigers.
Here come the Grangers. They're going to hand the ball off, coming around this right side. We'll make a tackle at the 20. And unless they call a timeout, that's probably going to do it because the Rangers are huddling. Now they're making their way back to the line of scrimmage. 11 seconds. They might get one more off. Snap, turn, handoff, and we're going to nail him in the backfield. Great last play by number 36. That's Jeremiah Holson. Great way to end the ball game as the Troup High School Tigers come away with a big win by a score of 38-0. As we have kids from both sides all over the field.
As Glisson gets cold ice water poured all over him. Ow! He's going to be cold tonight.
Well, I don't think he minds because this was a big win, especially to see his team turn things around in the second half and play the way he's expected this team to play.
You're right. Well, like Chip Metters and I were talking on the sidelines. And you and I talked on the radio in the first half about how we've had a couple of bye weeks over the last seemed like 4 weeks, and who knows? Probably sometimes it works, sometimes it has some adverse effects. It always helps you get healing up your injury, but from an emotional standpoint and an out of rhythm standpoint, you just never know. So,
if we played a little bit more difficult opponent, this could have been a very difficult ball game to play a first half like we did tonight against a Cartersville coming up, against a Cedartown. Some of those other teams, it could have been very problematic. We're going to step away, listen to some of our sponsors. When we come back, we'll try to catch a word with Coach and close things out from Callaway Stadium as the Tigers have won by a score of 38-0 here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Attention steak lovers. Your chance to buy awesome steaks right here in LaGrange is coming soon. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will be opening their doors soon. A premier full-service butcher shop offering beef, pork, and chicken that will be cut fresh daily to your exact liking. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will offer everything from individual cuts of meat to bulk packages for large gatherings. Tell your friends, family, and your neighbors to search and like Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange on Facebook today.
Kia. Hi friends, Jess Leaked here with Kia of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness. We're proud to be one of the gold sponsors for our local Paint the Town Pink Hope Walk event. Being involved in our community is part of our heart and soul. Speaking of the soul, you can own a 17 Kia Soul right now for only $15,888. Stop by and see our entire inventory at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or shop anytime at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19824. For award information, visit jdpower.com/cars.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup Tiger football, and the Tigers have won this game, a big game, 38-0, and we'll get to Greg. Hopefully he'll be able to catch Coach in a few minutes, but a good conversation being held on the field by a lot of fans of the Troup High School Tigers who've made their way down there. Tremendous fan support on both sides all night long tonight. The bands for both teams keeping all the spirits of the teams alive. But really it was a tale of two halves. In the first half, Greg, you down there?
Yeah, I'm just down here. They're just said the prayer, and Coach G was talking to him. Congratulations, Kendall. Let me see if I can get a Jay Brody. All right, I got Coach G here. Congratulations. I know you went to halftime. We were talking about, hey, it's a rivalry game, and you just, emotions a little high, but it was a tale of two halves. Second half a little bit different, Coach.
Yeah, it was good. I knew if we could just get into halftime, they were doing a couple things that gave us a little trouble. But we felt like if we could come in at halftime, we'd make some good corrections, and we did. I think it was late in the fourth quarter till they got their first down in the second half. So that was important. Offense, they were trying to just say, hey, we're not going to let you throw the ball. We're going to make you run it. I thought we had a good game plan for that. We came out and we ran the ball effectively, but we also put the ball on the ground and turned the ball over, and we can't do that. But hats off to LaGrange, man. They played really, really hard. Coach Burks had his guys ready, and it was a good, clean game. There was no, unsportsmanlike stuff going on. Both teams really respect each other, and I just told him right there at midfield that, he had his guys ready to play, and I'm just proud of the job they did, and it was really good for us to have a game like this. We hadn't been in a tight game in a while, and at the half being 7-0, kind of challenged us a little bit, and that was good.
It does tend to build a little character, see how you're going to react to such adversity there at the first half. But, hey, another region win with 3-0 in the region, and next week we got to run up to Cedartown. A little quick note about Cedartown.
Yeah, Cedartown, they had a night off, so they were here tonight. They're going to be 6-1, with their only loss being to Cartersville. We're 7-0. Only one other team in Troup history has been better than 7-0. So we're excited about it, and we've come a long ways in 3 years.
I tell you what, great job tonight. Good way to turn it around at halftime. Congratulations on another region win, and let's go for 8-0.
Let's do it, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Back up to you, Jack.
Thank you, Greg. Let's take another break. We come back, we'll talk more about this game, and as Greg mentioned, look ahead to Cedartown. 38-0 is our final score here from Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at Remax Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Attention steak lovers. Your chance to buy awesome steaks right here in LaGrange is coming soon. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will be opening their doors soon. A premier full-service butcher shop offering beef, pork, and chicken that will be cut fresh daily to your exact liking. Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange will offer everything from individual cuts of meat to bulk packages for large gatherings. Tell your friends, family, and your neighbors to search and like Bede's Meat Market of LaGrange on Facebook today.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. I'm talking to Mike Rayford. He's the father of Carson Rayford, who had a big field goal, his longest field goal as he's been in a live ball game. He's kicked a few longer on the at practice, but proud of his effort tonight. We were talking about late in the ball game when they had a kid from LaGrange jump off sides and come on a punt, and Carson looked up and realized, I need to get out of here, and took off to the sideline. And I think that may have been the fastest we've ever seen him move in any situation as he got to the sideline in time before the young man was able to make contact with him. The Tigers have done a great job tonight. They've come away with a big victory, 38-0. Greg, you got your ears on down there?
Oh, yeah. We're sitting here.
Real proud of the guys for making the transition, and the coaching staff for making that transition. But I also want to make sure that, as Mike and I were just talking about this, great job by the LaGrange High School Grangers in starting this ball game and setting up a coverage and setting up a scheme that really stymied us in the first half.
Yeah, that's what Coach G was talking about, how he had, he spoke with Burks at midfield after the game and talking about how well he had his guys prepared, and they came to play tonight. And, it's a rivalry game, and you're gonna tend to step it up a little bit more for something like that. I just wonder, looking back over the last 7 games, what if they'd have stepped it up like that a little bit more in every game? They might have a little bit different record over across town.
Oh, you're exactly right. And but again, something else that I've been very pleased with in this ball game, especially just as you and I work with all the different schools and have been very committed to this community, that this has been a community night. I've been watching and just seen a lot of happy faces, a lot of after the ball game pats on the back, do a good job. Just seeing the community come together and all celebrate together, just the sports here in our community has been an exciting thing for me.
Well, and a lot of these kids have gone to school together one way or the other. And,
played rec ball together.
Do what now?
Played rec ball together.
Yeah, exactly. And, they're kind of over the field right now. They're kind of talking to each other. And a lot of the kids, they go to church together. So, they just kind of hanging out after the field. I'm sure Parks and Rec wanted them to hurry up and get out of here. But right now they just, having a little bit of time socializing. So it's kind of neat to see that.
just again, real proud of the Tigers that third quarter to score 3 touchdowns there. Excuse me, 4 touchdowns in that third quarter. Just the only only score for the Tigers in the first half again was the pick 6 by Kobe Hudson. We're going to take one more break. We come back. We'll look ahead to our game next week. Also to our coaches shows. We'll tell you all about that. But right now, you're listening to the Troup High School Tigers on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of 1 action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Signs of progress are all over town. Mayor Jim Thornton is running for re-election to keep moving forward and to make things better for all citizens.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I've proven what I can and will do in office. The people of LaGrange care about results. I ask you to look at my record: a growing economy, a safer community, and a great quality of life. Learn more at jimthornton.org.
Jim Thornton doesn't just talk. He gets things done. For progress and growth, Jim Thornton is your choice. Re-elect Jim Thornton as mayor of LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We got Tommy Whitworth, who does a great job with the LaGrange broadcast. We're talking a little about the ball game and surprises, as we mentioned in the first half, that the Tigers really did not show up the way we expected, and the Grangers really did a great job of shutting a lot of our offense down. But some things changed in the second half, and the Tigers come away with a 38-0 win. Greg, we got a travel game. We go head over to Cedartown next week, and that's going to be an important ball game for us.
Yeah, we're it's Cedartown's always been a tough game to play.
That's here. I'm sorry, I take that back. That's here. We're not traveling.
Yeah, no, we're going to Cedartown.
Are we? Because I'm looking at my program here, and it says we got the next 3 ball games here.
No, that's a misprint. Remember, he had Cedartown here last year.
All right. So, well, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, well, take my word for it. But anyway.
We got Central and Cartersville here, though, right? Help me out. Homecoming will be here, right?
Homecoming will be here? I would hope so.
All right.
But yeah.
I'll take your word that we're traveling to Cedartown then.
But, yeah, we're going to go to Cedartown, and, like the coach said, they have a bye week this week, so, they were up here looking, see what they could come out with. And, of course, from a passing standpoint, what they really came to see, they didn't see a lot.
No.
But what they did see is, LaGrange had a pretty good defensive setup for these guys. So, hey, you never know. They may take that back and say, let's drop 8. Let's make them run the football. So, at any rate, it's going to be a tough region match next week. Another key game on our quest for a region championship in a showdown with Cartersville here, our last game of the season, regular game of the season here at Callaway Stadium.
Well, and that's what we were just talking about, is that we cannot look too far ahead, because we've got to take every ball game. I hate to use coach speak, but one game at a time. We kind of looked ahead. I think we came in a little bit too hype in this ball game in the first half. Did not play the way we played all season long, and so to take on the Cedar Towns, the Centrals, and of course Cartersville at the end, we've got to play much better at the kickoff. Well, we're going to shut things down here for you. Right now, the Tigers have won 38-0 for Christian up here that's been running things for us. For Scott back at the station, for Greg down the field. Coleman Vice, thank you so much for getting us up on the roof tonight. It's been a wonderful venue for us to watch the game. The Tigers have won by a score of 38-0, and we'll be traveling next week to Cedartown, and we'll see you next week on the radio.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step.